On day 1, I spawned inside a laboratory as a mecha wither. Around me were 6 other mechs, each representing a different mob. Whoa, we're all mechs? Awesome! But just then,
Experiment 8 has gone terribly wrong!
I looked over to see in the room, destroying everything, was a large, deadly mecha warden.
You created me to be controlled? I am a warden, and once I kill you all, this world will be mine for the taking.
Oh no! He wasted no time and began to blast his sonic boom all around, taking down anyone who stood in his way, even other mechs. I thought I was done for, but then, before I could get hit, a mysterious man took the hit for me.
Yeah! It wasn't supposed to be like this, little one. I created you mechs to help the world, not destroy it. Please, stop this!
With another blast, my creator was killed! No! The warden was out of control, and I knew I had to run! On day 2, I ran for my life and managed to escape the overpowered mech. I have to make my creator proud, but how am I supposed to stop a warden? I was then interrupted by a group of pillager scavengers.
Whoa, look at that!
A robot? Bobby, looks like we found ourselves some free loot.
Loot? Without another word, the pillagers hopped in their vehicles and began to drive right towards me. Ah! I tried to use the trees to get away, but the scavengers just drove right through them.
Tommy, now!
In a matter of seconds, the Jeep accelerated and managed to cut me off. Wah! I panicked and managed to shoot out a large, deadly mecha skull right at the Jeep, destroying it. Whoa, I wonder what other powers I have.
You destroyed Barbara!
Don't worry, Tommy. This little guy is gonna pay.
On day 3, I was brought to the scavengers' junkyard outpost. Gah! Hey, let me out of here!
Let's get out our saw blade and see what this guy's made of, huh?
Oh no, I have to escape. I used my newly found power and managed to blow a hole right through the cage. But after walking forward, I saw that the scavengers had another mecha mob.
This robot creeper here is great for blowing stuff up.
Please, let me go!
Oh no, I have to help him. I charged in and blasted my mecha skull right at the pillager, causing him to drop the creeper.
Ah! Huh? Who let this stupid piece of scrap out?
Back off before I hit you again.
Oh, you shouldn't be worried about me.
He whistled, and a large figure began to move behind the two of us. Out from the shadows came out a large Ravager dog.
Oh, Maxie! Attack!
The Ravager charged forward and tried to bite at us. Ah! Come on! The creeper followed after me as he kept trying to take us down.
That is definitely not a dog!
We began jumping up piles of rubble, but after a couple of jumps, we had nowhere to go.
Wait a minute! Take this!
On day 4, my newfound friend threw me over a piece of his mecha body. And because of this, something began to happen. I upgraded into a larger mecha wither with creeper abilities infused into me. I had 5 more hearts and could blast out TNT explosions whenever I pleased. Whoa. The Ravager dog was about to reach us, but with my new power, I was able to blast at him, which sent him crying away in fear.
Maxie! You stupid coward! Get back here!
With another explosion, the rest of the pillagers left as well.
You saved me!
No, we saved each other. But what just happened to me?
Looks like every time you collect a mecha piece, you get stronger!
If that's the case, I have to find the rest of our mechs. It may be the key to stopping that warden. As I said this, explosions went off in the distance.
That's not good!
No, it's not. Come on, we have to find a place to hide. On day 5, the Mecha Creeper and I found a nice place to call home. I immediately went to work by building up the foundation of my new safe house. I made sure to theme it accordingly to who I was. And after enough work, I had finished. Perfect. I turned over to see that the Mecha Creeper made his own mecha home as well.
Oh, by the way, call me Blast. Nice to meet you.
As we finished building, another deadly explosion rang out from the sky, and from it landed a villager.
More mechs! Oh, the horror!
More? I went over to the explosions, only to see the Mecha Warden at a desert village, completely tearing everything apart. And with him were other wardens.
Yes, rise, my new army. Time to show the world who they should bow down to.
Why?
Good. Now keep moving. Our next phase starts now.
Next phase? What is he planning? As I asked this, I was suddenly hit from behind. Gah! Behind me was a group of jungle endermen?
First a Mecha Enderman, and now a Wither. You are nothing but a fake mob. Let's teach 'em a lesson, boys.
On day 6, the Enderman leader ran up to me and teleported me all the way in the middle of their jungle. I was at their main Enderman outpost and was teleported next to a cliff. Yeah!
Time to destroy this machinery. Nature prevails.
Wait! You said you saw a Mecha Enderman? Look, just tell me where he went and I'll leave. The captain didn't listen and pushed me off. Wah! I was falling to my death, but in my newly upgraded form, I realized I could fly. Whoa!
Huh, maybe you are useful. Come with me.
I followed the tall leader until arriving at a mysterious pedestal.
Recently, a group of tribal men came by and stole our ancestral pearl. It's what keeps our home afloat, and without it, it will fall. Find the pearl, and we'll tell you where your mecha friend went.
Okay, deal. I noticed a mysterious trail leading away from the pedestal and began to follow it. It wasn't long until I arrived at a player base with players running around frantically.
Dude, what is even going on?
I looked over, only to see 3 tribal brothers destroying their home. But they could teleport? They must have the pearl. Time to take it back. On day 7, I ran in to confront the tribal brothers. Hey you! You have something that doesn't belong to you.
Zip it, robot!
I charged forward right towards them, but they blasted me back.
Time to teach this little punk a lesson!
The 3 of them performed a strange ability together, which completely transformed the landscape around us. I was now in the middle of a very deadly parkour, which led to a dangerous pit of lava below.
Good luck with this!
They began to shoot out deadly elemental powers at me, trying to make me fall. I tried my best to fly out of the area, but with one lightning zap, my flight was disabled. Oh no! Just as I thought all hope was lost, a mysterious figure teleported in. The Mecha Enderman. There you are.
Leave him alone.
He began to hit the tribal men, which caused them to stop attacking me. And with his teleportation powers, I was teleported off. Whoa, this guy is amazing. He was trying his best to counter the tribal men, but with all 3 of them combined, he was beginning to lose.
Please help.
On day 8, I ran in and saw from the battle one of the Enderman's parts had fallen off. I quickly picked it up, which caused me to transform once again. I now had 15 hearts, grew larger in size, and can now teleport to short distances. Oh yeah! With my newly found strength, I went in and used my new teleportation powers to outsmart the tribal brothers.
Why can everyone teleport now?
They tried their best, but with a large TNT blast, I caused the main brother to drop the pearl.
The jig is up! He's each brother for themselves!
Whoa, did you just?
Become stronger and gain your ability? Yeah, I did. I quickly told the Enderman my plan to stop the Mecha Warden, and he was more than willing to join me. Awesome. With that, the two of us collected the pearl and made it back to the jungle Enderman.
Whoa, you actually did it! And you found your robot friend.
Yeah, here's your pearl. Hopefully, this proves to you that us mechs aren't useless. Our creator believed we can make a positive impact on this world, and we plan on making him proud. On days 9 to 10, I brought the Mecha Enderman back to my base. I quickly got to work by building him a safe place to stay in. I made sure that it was nice and cozy. Hey, thanks for joining the team and for the help back there.
Glad I can help.
I then wandered over and saw that the Mecha Creeper was working on something in his house. What are you doing?
Hey, no peeking. I've got a little surprise I've been cooking up to help us out.
It's not gonna blow up the base, right?
What? Nah.
All right, then I'll let you get to it then. But as I started to walk away, an arrow flew down right in front of me. Ah! What the? What's going on?
Useless. Worthless.
I went to go see what was happening outside of my base when I came across the Mecha Skeleton. He was out in the open, killing his kind?
Worthless. Inferior bow wielders. I need skeletons who can fight.
The mech then started to pick up the bones and pieces of all the skeletons he killed.
This will have to do.
Another one of us mechs are bad? That's not good. I need to stop him. On days 11 to 12, I followed the skeleton as he led me straight to a mech factory. The mecha skeleton was throwing the skeleton's parts onto a conveyor belt and turning them into his own army. I need to break that machine, but I don't have enough firepower. I then heard a small cry in the rubble next to me. Hello?
Please don't turn my bones into metal.
Hey, I'm not, okay? I'm not with them. Look, I want to stop that skeleton.
Okay. Wait, you're the Mecha Wither. Do you know the engineer?
Huh? Who's the engineer?
Oh, he's super smart and super nice. He'll help us both. I want that mech to pay for what he did to my family.
Lead the way. I went with the baby skeleton as he led me to an abandoned sewer entrance. Scattered all around were discarded machines. And in the sewers, we heard an explosion.
Wow, you stupid machine! You broke yourself again!
Coming out of it was a goblin? This is the super smart guy you were talking about?
Hey, watch it, Wither. I'll have you know I have like 5 PhDs.
Oh, wow. He's super nice too.
Mr. Engineer, we're here because we need your help to take down the Mecha Skeleton. He's using my people's parts for a Mecha army.
Ollie, that's not good. Look, I want to help you, kid. My machine just broke. There's nothing I can do until it's fixed.
Well, let me take a look at it. Maybe I can help. On days 13 to 14, the goblin led me deep into the sewer line until we walked onto a large cavern with a giant destroyed machine. Whoa.
You see, this baby boy could make you something to take down that whole factory if you wanted. I just need to get up there and place his power core back in its place.
Sounds easy enough. I grabbed the core and flew up to the top and placed it down. With that, the machine instantly began to power on again. Sweet. Hey, what's this machine make anyways?
Oh, just some highly explosive bombs.
It what? The machine then began to malfunction and shoot the bombs everywhere. Yeah!
Oh, shoot! There's still a kink in the system. Hold on.
Hold on! One of the bombs exploded into me, throwing me back. Yeah! I had to keep dodging around as more and more of them kept getting shot all around me. But when I would dodge too close, massive blades sliced down from them as well, trying to cut me in half. Anytime now!
I got it. I got it. Just go flip that switch over there.
I looked over, and in the middle was a single lever. Here goes nothing. I flew in close, dodging bombs and trying to avoid the blades. But one came straight for me. Ah! I blew it up with my wither skull, giving me enough time to flip the switch. Thankfully, this rebooted the machine, causing it to calm down. Oh, Thank goodness.
You blew up my saw blades!
And you nearly killed me.
Fair enough. Here you go, pal. This should be enough firepower to blast that factory. Back to the Stone Age.
On days 15 to 16, the goblin and baby skeleton stayed behind. As I made my way back to the factory, I began to sneak around as patrols of mecha skeletons roamed about.
Must destroy rebel!
No, you idiot! Destroy humans!
Oh, yeah, right.
I gotta put a stop to this. I looked up to where I saw the main power source of the factory. I bet if I destroy that, I stop whatever that skeleton is planning. I just gotta get closer. I made my way towards the center of the factory, dodging more of the mechs until I saw the mecha skeleton coming my way. Oh no, better hide.
My creations will never be enough for the Mecha Warden. I need to cause as much havoc on the surface as I can. I will make him proud.
Wait, he's working for the Mecha Warden? This is even worse than I thought. But as I said this, I heard a small voice behind me.
Intruder! Must report to the general!
The mech then ran off deeper into the factory. Hey, get back here! Thankfully, I was much faster and caught up to him in another room. Look, just stop. I don't want to hurt you. But in my rush, I didn't notice where he led me until it was too late.
I knew you'd come eventually. Wither.
The skeleton mech called over his army to surround me inside of the factory. I'm guessing we can't talk this out. Nope. I threw out the goblin's bombs. That exploded the factory's main power source.
What have you done? Kill him!
As his army rushed in, though, the baby skeleton came out of nowhere and stood in front of me. No!
Guys, stop! Look, it's me!
Scanners indicate threat, but don't want to hurt friend.
You don't have to listen to him. You can fight back.
Redirecting command protocol.
Shut up! New threat detected!
In an instant, all of them started to shoot out at the mecha skeleton with their laser eyes.
What? No! Stop!
The mech then tried to swing down his hammer at one of them. So I flew in the way and took the hit. Yeah! Hurry, get all of them out of here.
But what about you?
I still have to deal with him. The small skeletons all ran away. As our fight began, his powerful hammer would shake the entire ground and knock me back with each hit. I was trying to blast him with everything I had, but his armor and shield would just block my attacks. No! He was about to slam into me again, but I looked up and saw a part of the factory weakened from the explosions. Here goes nothing.
A feeble attempt at best.
Well, that wasn't part of my actual plan. I just needed you to get closer to the lava.
What?
Before he could react, I hit the skeleton backwards, forcing him to fall into the lava below. Yeah! As I did this, his hammer floated to the top. I flew down and grabbed it, which caused me to begin to upgrade. I gained 5 more hearts and could now summon the skeleton's mecha hammer at will. Awesome!
Is the monster gone?
Yeah, he is. Now, come on. It's time I show you your new home. On days 19 to 21, I led all the skeletons back to my base. I built them a nice skeletal home for them all to stay in.
What is our purpose now?
Well, now you guys can do whatever you want.
Let's go eat. Wait, do you guys still, eat things?
With the skeletons all settled in, it seemed like a good time to build up some more defenses as well. I took the time to make sure my base was nice and secure with mechanical walls and even some gates. I have way too many people here I need to protect. Just then, someone called out to me.
Hi! Hi, Falzo! I finished it! Come over here!
I ran over to Blast's house to see that he had built up a high-tech computer. Whoa, what's all this for?
I programmed this computer to help us track down the other mechas. Now let us know anytime one of them is active.
The computer beeped and showed us the Mecha Blaze. He's in the Nether. Awesome. Then I know just where I'm heading next.
Whoa. Slow down. Only the Mecha Blaze can naturally survive in the Nether. All of us other mechas weren't made to withstand that much heat. Their body would burn up in there.
Well, there has to be some way for us to go.
I mean, the scientists had to have some kind of material back in the old lab that made blaze fire resistant. You can go scope the place out while I make you a nether portal.
On days 22 to 26, I journeyed all the way back to the destroyed lab where I was created. This place looks even worse than before. I went up to the doors and used my new mecha hammer to blast open the rubble. Once inside, I looked around until finding myself in the potion lab. Night vision? No. Water resistance? Close. But aha! Fire resistance oil. Perfect. I grabbed the bottle just as I heard a noise nearby. Huh? I went over where I saw a massive skulk tunnel leading deep underground. The Mecha Warden. I slowly snuck down the tunnel until the path opened into a massive cavern of an ancient city.
My fellow Wardens, we are the most powerful mob in the world, but we are few in number. Together, we will show why we should be in charge. Soon enough, we won't be limited to just these caves.
Warden shrieks rang out into the air as the army of wardens agreed to join the Mecha. They should be in charge? No, he's wrong. As I said this, I accidentally backed into a skulk sensor.
What was that?
Uh-oh! One of the nearby wardens shot out a sonic boom that struck the cave ceiling above me. Ah! I barely flew out of the way before the rubble came crashing down. That was close. On days 27 to 29, I made it safely back to base, where my friends had built up a cool nether portal.
You got the goods?
Yep, right here. I used the oil to cover my body, making me resistant to fire. Oh, sweet. Here goes nothing. I flew into the portal, and once in the nether, I spawned right next to a nether fortress. Its winding hallways were all around me, like a maze. All right, where to go first? But suddenly, I heard the sounds of battle nearby.
Stay back, you pile of bones!
What the? I ran towards the noise, only to see that the Mecha Blaze had been cornered by wither skeletons.
Take this!
The Blaze tried to shoot out a fire charge at them, but only a little flame came out. They continued their charge, and we're going to tear him apart. No! I flew in and shot out my wither skull, pushing them all back. Stop! Because of my words, the wither skeletons actually listened and backed away. Whoa, I have command over wither skeletons?
Oh, thank goodness you're here, Wither! I came to escape the fate of the overworld, but found only worse things here.
What do you mean? The Blaze led me to an overlook, and there, in the distance, was a large magma golem.
Just before those wither skeletons attacked me, I was set upon by that monstrosity. It took my mecha shields and left me nearly defenseless.
Oh no. Well, why don't I make you a deal? If I can get back your shields, will you return to the overworld with me and fight back against the wardens?
I'll do anything if I get my power back.
On days 30 to 32, I made my way towards the magma golem and flew over a long bridge that was almost crumbling under its own weight. This area must be really fragile. I need to be careful. As I finally got close, I noticed that the golem looked powered off, and behind him was the Blaze's mecha shield. He's asleep. This should be easy. But as I flew over, the golem activated.
Intruder!
Not good! The golem jumped into action, trying to crush me with his bare fists every chance he got. I fired back with my mechanized weapons, but he was just far too strong. He slammed onto the ground again with his fists. And because of this, the ground started to break apart. That's right. I could use my surroundings to my advantage. I began to shoot my wither skulls at the floor below him, causing more and more of the pieces to fall apart. But then the golem shot out a glob of molten rock. That knocked me to the ground. Yeah! Hey, I think we got off on the wrong foot. Look, I just need...
You die!
The golem was about to end me with one final slam, but we both heard the ground crack. Huh? I looked behind him to see that the wither skeletons from before had come to help. They broke some of the blocks on the platform, which caused the entire floor to fall into the lava below. All right, that might not kill him, but it'll give us enough time to grab what we came for, the shield. On days 33 to 35, I grabbed the Mecha Blaze's shield, which caused me to upgrade. I gained 5 more hearts, and blaze rods appeared floating around my body. Whoa! This allowed me to spew out flame attacks, just like the blaze. Sick! The wither skeletons then all came marching up to me. Hey guys, I would have been a goner without your help. Okay then, let's get going. I went back to the fortress to meet up with the Mecha Blaze.
Look at you! You got my shield back! But, you got any parts to spare?
Of course. I wasn't gonna leave you out of this. I shared the Mecha part with the Blaze, allowing him to upgrade back to his normal self as well.
Woohoo! I feel as good as new! Thank you, Wither. I will gladly join your fight against the Wardens.
Yes! We're gonna need your help. I still don't get why he hated them so much.
Right? He acted like he always knew something we didn't.
Yeah, well, we'll deal with that later. Let's get you someplace safe. On days 36 to 39, I made it back through the portal with the Mecha Blaze and my new Wither Skeleton army. I made an amazing fortress in the base, so he wouldn't miss his true home. I'm sorry the Nether wasn't all that you wanted it to be.
I'm just glad I'm here now.
Just then, I heard the computer in the base ring out.
Hey, Fozo, we got something, and it's acting weird.
What do you mean? I ran into the creeper's home to see the screen showing the mecha spider, but the video just kept glitching out.
Looks like there's some sort of interference.
Oh no! The mecha spider is stuck in the Lost Woods! That place is a maze, and it messes with any sort of creature that wanders in there.
Well then, I better go get him out. But as I said this, the computer in our base was hacked. Appearing on the screen was the Mecha Warden. What are you doing here?
I want to show you who our creators really were.
On days 40 to 44, the screen suddenly changed to a view of the old lab before it was destroyed. What's going on?
As a warden, I have the world's best hearing, which means I can hear conversations, even through walls.
Ooh, the Mecha Warden, the strongest mecha mob man can create. I can't wait to make him do whatever we want.
When I found out what I was made for them, I broke out and now want to show the world why I am superior. Join me. Let's take control of the world together.
Never! What you're doing, it's wrong!
So be it.
Then the screen started to glitch out and started to go crazy. We all ran out as the computer exploded. That was close. He's gonna destroy the world just because of those 2 evil scientists. I need to stop him. We need that spider mech. I went out and made my way to the edge of the Lost Woods, where a creeping fog rolled in. I don't like this. Just then, the mecha spider came rushing by, pushing me out of his way.
I gotta get out of here! I'm going crazy!
Wait, what? Wait! On days 45 to 47, I chased after the spider mech as he used his spider-like agility to jump around between the trees. Hey, get back here! He was clearly going crazy from being stuck here and wasn't listening to me. I shot out my flamethrower at a tree ahead, causing it to fall and block his path.
What are you trying to do? Take another leg?
Huh? I looked over and now noticed that he was missing some of his parts. Whoa, what happened?
The crazy forest spirits here were taking me apart, and they aren't gonna stop. I need to get out of here.
Whoa, hold on. Why would they do that? Just as I said this, a little plant wandered in between us. What the?
That's one of them, the forest spirit.
The plant quickly began to scutter away deeper into the foggy forest. Get Get him! The spider and I both ran after the plant. The spider uses mechanical webs to sling over and cut him off in the clearing.
Give me back my parts!
No, wait.
I looked up and saw that even more plant creatures were surrounding a massive talking tree stump. Laying there next to him was a pile of the mechanical spider's scraps. Bingo. What are you saying?
My spirits, they were only trying to help. I am the father of this forest. If I die, so do they, and the whole lost woods.
Well, good riddance.
Hey, stop that. Look, I'm sorry, but we need those parts for... Hey!
They think that your parts will save me. They won't give them up unless you find another way to fully revive me.
Look, if you help me get my parts back, I'll help you with whatever you want.
Okay, what do I have to do to save you?
There is a special apple in the heart of the woods. Go there and retrieve it, and the parts will be yours.
Okay, I'm on it. I headed out in search of the sacred apple in the Lost Woods. The further and further I got, my vision became more and more blurred. I need to stay focused. I can't get lost in here. But no matter how hard I tried, the woods were like a maze, and I just started to panic. Okay, seriously? This is getting creepy now. But as I said this, something metal poked me. Yeah! Hey! I looked down to see an unlit brazier. You should be useful. I shot my flamethrower at it, which caused it to light up. The light pushed back the fog and revealed another one. Looks like I found the path. I continued to travel the forest, lighting up the braziers as I went until I could hear the sounds of something up ahead. Please, just be a tree, not some crazy monster. I walked out and found a tall waterfall that had the sacred apple tree at its peak. Yes! On days 53 to 56, I began to fly up to the top of the waterfall when the fog crept in again. It's like it's trying to stop me from getting the apple. Hey, I'm trying to save your precious tree stump guy. I couldn't see, causing me to crash into a rocky platform. Yeah! My heads. I looked up to see some rocky platforms scaled up the cliff to the top of the waterfall. Each one had its own unlit brazier. I guess there's only one way to do this. I lit up the first platform with my fire, pushing back the fog. All right, just gotta get that stupid apple. I kept flying between platforms, lighting them up as I went, until finally making it to the top. Thank goodness. Time to take my prize. But as I went for the apple, a bee flew in front of me. Whoa!
And what do you think you're doing, robot?
I just need one honey-covered apple, please. It's for a friend.
Ha! That's what they all say.
The bee then got angry and called over its entire hive. They swarmed in and began to sting me rapidly. Wait, this actually hurts? Yeah! How are you doing that?
Go away!
With the one final sting, the bees pushed me off of the waterfall. I was falling straight towards the ground when a mechanical web grabbed me. I looked over to see that the mecha spider had saved me. Wow, thanks.
Oh, don't mention it. Now, as for you...
Spider!
The bees all flew away in a panic, leaving the apple for the taking. Nice. Let's get back to the plants. On days 57 to 59, the mecha spider and I were on our way back to the large stump when one of the plants came running up and jumping around wildly. What? What is it?
Oh no, the stump is close to dying. We need to hurry.
Wait, you can understand them?
It's my language model. It's... forget it. Come on.
We ran into the opening to see the stump had shrunken down and was about to wither away.
Please, bring the apple here. here. Hurry.
I ran up and threw the apple to him, which he devoured quickly. The stump then grew into a large tree man.
You know what they say, an apple a day keeps the rot away. Please, my sincerest thanks to you both. You may take back the mecha parts.
Yes! The spider went up and grabbed his parts, allowing him to become complete again.
And I didn't forget about you.
He threw me over some of his mechanical web, and with it, I began to upgrade once again. I gained 5 more hearts, and now had the ability to shoot out my very own mechanical webs. Sweet. Now, you and I have another problem to talk about. On days 60 to 63, I made it back to base with the mecha spider. I went to work and built him up a nice mechanical web home to live in. I bet this place is much better than those lost woods, huh?
You don't know the half of it. Thank you.
Don't mention it. Now, come on. You should meet with the others. We went and met up with the other mechs and caught the spider up on what the mecha warden told us. And that's why he wants to destroy the world.
That's horrible. And I thought I was the crazy one.
Right? Well, either way, we need to stop the wardens. He thinks all humans are like that, and we can't let him wipe them all out. As I said this, we heard a loud explosion nearby.
Somebody save us!
Oh no, what's going on? I ran towards the streams to see that a giant mecha zombie was terrorizing a city. All the humans were running in fear as the mech stomped around, eating everyone he could get his hands on.
Human food! Blood!
On days 64 to 68, I watched as the zombie grew larger with every kill. Well, that explains why he's grown so big. He's eating the people. I have to stop this. I flew in and used my new mechanical webs to pull myself close to the zombie. Stop this! He didn't listen though and spun around, knocking me to the ground. Yeah!
No! Mecha eat human!
The zombie continued his rampage and just was ignoring me because I wasn't food. Come on, I can't beat him like this. He's just too strong.
Hello there.
Ah! Who are you?
I am Household Robot 003, a personal service robot. You look to be distressed. May I suggest a massage?
What? No, I don't need a massage. Like, I need a way to take down that zombie.
Your wish is my command. Calculating. Answer for a way to take down that zombie. Follow me.
The robot began to zoom away from me. Hey, wait up. I chased the small robot out to the edge of the city where a large power plant was. What are we supposed to do with this?
On my calculations, if you lure the zombie here and overload it with electricity, it will have no choice but to reboot and return to its normal size. But you must first redirect the 2 major power cords before the plant is fully functional again.
And where would I do that? Of course, it's not that easy. On days 69 to 73, I began to fly around the city until I found the first power core covered in rubble. I used my mecha hammer to break it down so that the core's energy could flow to the power plant. Sweet, just one more to go. But as I said this, I heard screams coming from a nearby house.
Help me! I'm too pretty and cute to die!
I flew over and saw the villager in the window of a wooden house. Where's the door?
I'm blocked in! You have to break me out!
Okay, calm down and just stay back. Now! I blasted the wall with my flamethrower, burning away all of the wood and making a hole for him to climb out of.
Oh, thank you, Wither! Maybe you mechs aren't so bad after all.
Suddenly, the massive mecha zombie came stomping around the corner and saw us.
Never mind!
It's okay, just stand behind me or just ignore me.
Forget this!
But the zombie was dead set on his next meal and began to charge after him. No! On days 74 to 77, I tried to blast the zombie with everything I had to slow him down, but he just pushed through it and hit me to the side. Yeah! He was getting closer and closer to the villager, so I shut out my mechanical web and pulled. Ah! This stopped the zombie in its tracks and allowed the villager to escape.
Wither! Food!
Explode!
Oh no! I began to fly throughout the city as the zombie chased after me. I was dodging around as much as I could, but he quickly caught up. No! I blasted him directly in the face with my wither skulls, which gave me enough time to duck into an alleyway.
Where's Tiny Wither?
Okay, that was close. I need to get that power plant up and running fast. I flew through the alleyways until finding the last power cord. After blasting it with my TNT explosion, I was able to get the power plant up and running again.
He did it! Commence celebratory dance!
All right, now just lead my little friend over. On day 78 to 80, I flew up into the air to grab the giant zombie's attention. Hey, you! Come and get me! The zombie began to chase me again as he tore throughout entire buildings just to catch up. Whoa! I looked over and saw the robot frantically trying to get my attention.
Here! Over here, Wither!
I'm trying! The zombie then hit me forward, sending me flying towards the power plant. Yeah!
The zombie must touch that pipe. Then we need an explosive capable of 100 tons of TNT to discharge the electricity into the target.
Wait, how much TNT? The zombie rushed in again, slamming the ground as I dodged out of the way. Okay, let's hope my creeper ability is enough. Hey, you gotta try harder than that.
Me eat you!
I shouldn't have said that. The zombie's rampage continued as he chased me into the power plant. I barely dodged his next swing as I flew right under the power cord.
Now!
On days 81 to 85, with all my remaining strength, I blasted the cord, causing it to explode. The discharge of electricity shot out directly into the massive mech. With that, the zombie's form began to shrink, and it was forced to restart. He then barfed out a piece of his mechanized flesh. Ew.
By my calculations, that piece of flesh is filled with mechanical power.
Really? I have to touch that? All right. I flew down and grabbed the mech piece, causing me to upgrade one final time. I now had 35 hearts and grew immensely in size and strength. In my final upgraded form, I was now the most powerful mechanized mob in the world. Yes! We did it!
Permission to commence celebratory dance?
Not right now. I need to get this guy back home so he can't have another rampage.
And I'll start to repair the city.
Yeah, sorry about that. On days 86 to 90, I was making my way back to base with the mecha zombie when suddenly the ground began to shake all around us. What's going on? The ground cracked below as we fell down into a sinkhole. Ah! I looked around to see that we had fallen into the Warden's ancient city, and the ruined portal was now covered in technology and was activated.
Yes, yes, it's working! Go, my army, and destroy the humans!
The army of Wardens turned to march out of the ancient city. I tried to run and hide, but I triggered a skulk sensor.
Ah, the Mecha Wither. Perfect timing.
You can't do this. This isn't right.
Don't try and plead for your life now. You had your chance to join me. Destroy them!
The Wardens began to charge forward to attack us. We gotta get out of here. I began to run, but the mecha zombie charged towards the army.
Wither, go! Zombie, fight!
No! I didn't want to leave him, but I knew we couldn't take on the Wardens alone. He rushed in and bought me enough time for me to make it up to the surface. No, I need to get the others. We have to stop him. On days 91 to 94, I flew back to base in a hurry. But when I arrived, I looked at everyone and knew I had to make sure no one could attack this place. I quickly went up and built some high-tech turrets along our base's walls, just in case the Wardens attacked. Nothing getting here on my watch. Then I gathered all the mechs and told them about the zombie's sacrifice.
What are we gonna do, Fozo? He's still too powerful.
And now he has even more wardens by his side.
It's all right, everyone. If we work together, we can push them back and make sure the Mecha Warden doesn't get anywhere close to the surface.
But, Fozo, we would be crazy if we went into battle without a plan.
I think I have one all right. Just trust me. On days 95 to 99, I flew back to the sinkhole to see that the Warden army had already made it to the surface.
You ran away just to come back? The zombie mech is torn to scraps. So you think you can face us alone?
No, I'm not alone. I have them. Coming out onto the battlefield were the other mechs with an army of wither skeletons.
Time to put you in your place, Warden!
You will all be a good warm-up for my army. Kill them all!
Both sides charged in as a massive battle took place around the sinkhole. Withers were taking out wardens left and right under my command, but their numbers began to overwhelm us.
Hello, and goodbye.
The other mecha mobs were fighting with all they had as Blast took out loads of wardens with his explosions.
Woohoo! I've been waiting for a chance to really let loose.
I then looked over, only to see the Mecha Warden appear behind the spider.
I'll deal with you first.
No! Before the Warden could get an attack off, I flew in and pushed us both down into the sinkhole. On day 100, the Mecha Warden and I fell all the way back into the ancient city. We crashed down in the center, finally face to face.
You idiots really have a thing for sacrificing yourself.
This ends here and now.
I agree. Come here!
The Mecha Warden instantly summoned a mass of skulk tendrils underneath me, trying to pull me into the ground. He rushed in, and with his overpowering strength, he was by far the most powerful opponent I had ever faced. I used every ability I had gained along the way, shooting at him constantly with my flamethrower and TNT blasts. But he powered through them all and charged closer to me. He slammed me back with his massive fists. Yeah!
I am the superior creation. Can't you see that? Nothing and no one can stop me. Not even you.
I won't let you do this. With all of my strength, I rushed forward and hit him with my mecha hammer. He flew backwards and right into the ancient portal, destroying it.
No! No!
In his rage, he shot out a powerful sonic boom that I barely managed to dodge before hitting him one final time, defeating him. With that, the Mecha Warden was gone, and the entire world can finally live in peace. On day 1, I spawned in a prehistoric amusement park as a baby mecha dinosaur and was surrounded by my dino friends.
Welcome to your new life, little one. We were all created to bring enjoyment to the people.
Whoa, amazing. Just then, alarms blared throughout the area. The caveman exhibit malfunctioned! Everyone run! Bursting in, entered this park's large mecha caveman.
You people created us for your stupid amusement? Big mistake. I am a destroyer, and with enough scrap, you will see that.
The caveman charged in towards all of us mecha dinosaurs. Because of our small size, none of us stood a chance against him. With every mecha he killed, he gained more scrap. No, my friends!
He's gone too far. We all have to unite to stop him. It's the only way.
But as he said this, he was destroyed too. No! On day 2, I reluctantly ran away as the caveman's deadly explosions were going on all around me. It wasn't long though until I successfully made it out of the park. He's planning on hunting all of my friends down? No, I can't let him. But just as I said this, the floor beneath me opened. Ah! After looking around, I realized I had fallen straight on a conveyor belt, sending me to my death.
Yeah, dude, we finally got one of those robot dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah. Time to get some sick items from it. Oh, no. As a Mecha T-Rex, I had piercing laser roars I could shoot out at my enemies. Rah! Take this!
Oh, dude, it hurts.
Although I was putting up a fight, I just kept getting closer to my death. This can't be how I go out.
It won't be!
Suddenly, a Mecha Velociraptor jumped onto the belt with me. My friend! He was incredibly fast, and with his sharp claws, he was able to break the belt. Whoa! Thanks for the save!
Of course! That Mecha Caveman is on the hunt for us all. But I think I found a way for us to stop him. Follow me!
On day 3, I followed the Mecha Raptor until arriving at a clearing. In it was a strange-looking machine I had never seen before.
I took this from the park, and I think it can make us both stronger.
But how? Just then, the players from before dropped in, holding shredders.
You're not getting away that easy. Get 'em!
They both rushed in and began to slash at the two of us. With the shredder, every hit they dealt was lethal towards us. Yeah!
The machine!
The two of us rushed over to it, and once inside, it powered on. With a giant slam, the two of us had now been merged into one. We were built even stronger, with 10 whole hearts. And I now had the Mecha Velociraptor's speed and deadly slashes. Whoa, this is more like it. The players rushed in once again, but now in my newly upgraded form, they were no match for me. I let out one more slash and roar, taking them down. Sweet.
If that caveman plans on getting stronger, then so will we. In the midst of the destruction, I saw that there are 5 other dinosaurs that managed to escape.
Really? If we can find the remaining ones and merge with them, we can become the ultimate mecha dinosaur and stand a chance against them. If that's what it takes to stop whatever he's planning, then that's what we're gonna do. On day 4, before I went searching, I took the time to build up a safe place to hide out. I also moved the machine here for future use and decided to build up a home for myself and the raptor to stay in. As a mecha dinosaur, I had my own gadgets installed to help me with my builds. And done. Ha! Made to scare off any intruders. Wait a minute, an intruder?
Aha! Another one of you! I'm taking you as a prisoner.
Oh, really? You in what army?
This army.
Oh, no. The rats all charged in. Ah! I fought back against them, but with the sheer amount of rats around us, they were winning. The head mech rat then shot a strange-looking arrow at me, and my programming shut down. I powered back up and was now in the middle of a destroyed-looking dump. Why am I here? Around me were the mech rats, looking angrier than ever.
Your kind is the reason my home and many of my people are destroyed because of that stupid caveman.
Caveman? Dude, I'm not with him. I'm trying to stop him.
What? David, I thought you said the dinosaurs worked for the cavemen.
My, memory chip must have malfunctioned. Sorry.
Look, I want to put an end to whatever he's planning, but in order to do so, I have to find more mecha dinosaurs.
Oh, you do? Follow me.
On day 5, I followed the head rat until he gave me a strange map.
That mecha caveman is dangerous, and I'll do anything to help take him down. This map leads straight to the ancient cheese. If you get it for me, I'll be able to help sniff out another one of those dinosaurs for you.
Oh, sweet. Sounds like a deal. I headed out, following the map's directions, as it led me to the edge of a distant desert. But once there, huh? I ran over to see a village up in flames. There, laughing above its destruction, was the Mecha Caveman. He had gotten more powerful and now had smaller mecha bots doing his destruction for him.
Us mechs were made to serve the people. Well, now it's time they serve us. Keep searching for the last dinosaurs.
This is awful.
Another mech? I hate you!
All of the villagers' heads snapped towards me and began to chase me out of the village. Wah!
I hate all mechs now! Yeah, imagine being metal.
Thankfully, after enough running, I was able to lose them. Great! Now they hate us mechs too? This isn't good. I looked forward, and in front of me was a sacred-looking desert temple. Whoa, that ancient cheese. It has to be in here. On day 6, I entered the desert temple until coming across a fossil-looking guardian. Hi there. I'm looking for an ancient cheese around here.
Oh, that old thing? Follow me.
Sweet. I followed the guardian until making it to the temple's main room. There, waiting for me, was a large fossil T-Rex. Whoa, awesome. You're kind of like my ancestor.
No, I am not. I was a real dinosaur, while you are a fake one.
Wah! Hey, come on.
Sir, he's looking for the ancient cheese.
Cheese? He is lucky if he makes it out of here alive.
Just then, the entrance I came from slammed shut. Oh no. I was running through the temple halls with the large ancient fossil biting at me from behind. I was trying to slash at him all I could, but nothing would hurt him. He was already dead. I ran into another room and was surprised to see there in hiding was another mecha dinosaur, an Ankylosaurus. I've been looking for you.
I've been hiding out here away from that caveman.
Just then, the T-Rex broke through the wall.
Another one?
We have bigger problems right now.
She shot out a crazy amount of fire, which stunned him.
Quick, follow me.
On day 7, I followed my newly found friend until arriving at yet another machine. Looks like all of us mechs think alike. We both hopped on in unison and turned it on. Because of this, the two of us were merged together. I now had 15 hearts total, and the Mecha Ankylosaurus had been built into me. I feel stronger. The fossil T-Rex charged in again, but I now had crazy fire blasters of my own. I used them to keep the fossil at bay and combined it with my roar to really show him who the stronger one was. He tried his best, but with the combined strength of 3 mechs, he didn't stand a chance. Yes! Who's the real dinosaur now? With that, I went through the temple until finding the ancient cheese in one of its abandoned rooms. With this, hopefully that rat can help me find another one of my friends. I was about to leave the temple when I saw stuck inside of a cell was a baby fossil dinosaur. Aw, are you a prisoner?
Yep, the ancient fossil made that pretty clear. He called me weak and useless.
He called me that too, but don't worry, he's gone now. I let the fossil out of its cage, and he was excited.
Oh, this is the life! How amazing!
Come on, you can stay with me. The two of us left together until making it back to the mech rats.
You have the cheese. I can smell it.
Yeah, I do. Wait a minute. Aren't you a robot?
And what? Robots can't enjoy food too? Give me that.
I gave the rat the ancient cheese, and something sparked within him.
It's working. I'll be able to take you to another mech dino in no time.
On day 8, because their home was destroyed, I brought the mecha rats and the baby fossil back to my base. I used my mecha building abilities to make the dinosaur their very own fossil home. Then from there, I made the mecha rats their own little dump to call a home again as well.
Yup. Trash. That's the stuff.
Yeah. After that, I also expanded my home and even added components to it that I knew my other friends would love. We are sharing a body after all.
Yep.
Whoa. What's that? I walked outside to see that the lead mecha rat was going crazy.
Oh yeah, I think I got a trace. I got it.
He then started to rush out of the base. Hey, wait up! His tracking system was going off, and we were led into the mountains high up. I approached to see that there, blocking our path, was a very deadly river.
Yup, another one of those mecha dinos is right past this river. But, I ain't doing this. Good luck.
On days 9 to 10, I quickly began to make my way across the river. There were different rocks sticking out of the water, and I used them to my advantage. But some of them were just too far. I cannot fall in this water. I'll definitely short circuit.
My claws! Use them!
Huh? My programming felt weird, and I had an urge to shoot out my claws? Whoa! I have grappling claws! With this, I was able to make jump after jump. This is too easy! I made it to the other side, and as I did, a random explosion went off to the side of me. What was that? Ignoring it, I pushed on, only to find the mecha pterodactyl past the bushes of the jungle. Yes, another friend! I walked up and saw that something was wrong. It was powered down. Oh no, what happened to you?
I happened.
A large mecha knight then dropped down in front of me.
This piece of scrap belongs to the Mecha Caveman, and so do you!
Without hesitation, the large knight charged in. I used my new grapple claw to avoid his charging arm attack, and even used it to deal attacks of my own. But sadly, he also had the ability to shoot out mecha bombs, who quickly charged towards me and exploded when they pleased. I won't let you take my friend! Fueled with rage, I shot a laser at him like I never had before, causing him to fall back.
Mecha Caveman has something big planned, and soon his mission for revenge will begin!
Revenge? What revenge?
If we want to fix this mech, we definitely are gonna need a power core.
A power core, huh? Well, let's go find one then. On days 11 to 12, I quickly hid my friend and searched through the nearby area. Come on, there has to be some place that could help me.
Why do I always fail?
What's that? I followed the voice, only to see a sad mechanic walking towards a factory.
The grand race is tomorrow. What am I gonna do?
Grand race? I followed him inside, which had tons of equipment. And there, amongst all of it, was a power core. What are the odds? I went over to grab it, but was stopped.
What in Minecraft's name are you?
What does it look like? Look, I need that power core.
You aren't taking anything. I need all the supplies I can get for the big race.
Big race? What are you even talking about? I followed him into another room where there were lots of failed racing cars set up.
There's a race going on, and whoever can win it wins 1,000 diamonds. But look around. I can't seem to make anything. I mean, look at that. I don't even know where that smile came from.
Right. An idea then sparked within me. Wait, I think I know how you can win that race. I'll help you, but only if I can have that power core. On days 13 to 14, I arrived at the racetrack as the mechanics ride.
Are you sure this'll work?
We'll see. The two of us made it to the starting positions, where loads of other players were getting ready.
Dude, look at this guy's stupid car.
Shaw, what even is that? Hey!
Oh, ouchie!
Everyone get ready! The race is about to begin! Line up!
All of us then lined up at the starting line.
This better work!
3, 2, 1, go!
With that, the races began, and the cars immediately sped past us. Oh no! I ran as fast as I could though. With the Raptor speed, I was actually keeping up with them.
Woohoo!
We were coming up on first place, but the players then began to play dirty.
Oh no, you don't!
He shot arrows at me, which caused me to slow down. Ah! Hey, you're cheating! I was about to blast him back, but he was hit off the road by the pumpkin cart?
You treated me like a joke? Well, I'm gonna win this race and those diamonds for myself!
On days 15 to 16, we were neck and neck in our final lap. The finishing line was coming up close, and the cart would just shoot out deadly explosions at us. Ah! How is this even possible?
I don't know!
I had an idea and shot my fire out ahead of us, causing a line of fire up ahead.
Oh no!
I jumped over it as the cart tried to steer out of the way, which caused him to crash. Take that! With that, I crossed the finishing line and had won the race.
Yay! We did it!
He was granted all of his diamonds in the form of a diamond cup. But as he was celebrating, something began to happen. I was getting hacked, and within an instant, my vision teleported away.
You!
I looked up to see I was hacked by the Mecha Caveman. This isn't good. What do you want?
I want my revenge! I was just a sad little caveman mech. Everyone loved the dinosaurs, but no one cared about me. You all had each other, and I had no one. So one day, something snapped. I will make everyone pay for how I was treated, and show the world why cavemen are better in every way.
I won't let you.
You won't have a choice.
With that, my vision was brought back. Wah!
Hello? Hello there! Finally, you're awake. Come on! It's time we fix up your friend.
On days 17 to 18, I brought my powered-off friend into the factory.
Hold on!
He got the power core and implemented it into the pterodactyl.
What? Oh, where am I?
Within an instant, they began to fly up and away. Wait, no, get back here. I chased after them. He was clearly scared, but thankfully though, with my grapple claws, I was able to bring him back to me.
Oh, wait, another Mecha Dinosaur, and you're stronger.
I quickly caught up the pterodactyl on our mission, and he was astonished.
Yeah, our home's gone because of that caveman. Anything to stop what he's doing.
Great! Welcome to the team. With that, we both went back to the factory and saw another machine was built up by the mechanic. Whoa, thanks! With that, the two of us hopped on and were built together. I now had 20 hearts and had grown my very own pterodactyl wings. Whoa! I can fly now! Woohoo!
Hey, you can call me Timmy.
Nice to meet you, Timmy. Time to regroup at home. On days 19 to 21, I made it back to base.
Whoa, you got wings now?
Yep. With these wings, I decided to build up a nest on top of my home. I even added a flying course throughout as well, just so I could practice my flying whenever I pleased. Sweet.
With the wings, it's best if we survey the area.
Couldn't agree more. I flew throughout the terrain, trying to find any clues for the next mecha dinosaur. And it wasn't long until I came across a deadly current leading down below the ground. Whoa, imagine falling in that. I was then hit from behind, causing me to fall in it. Ah! I turned around to see a couple of strange fish mechs.
This new power is incredible!
New power? I was flowing down the current, and the water was causing my vision to blur. Just like that, I had short-circuited. What happened?
I lost you for a second. That's what happened.
Huh? I turned to see next to me was a Mecha Chronosaurus. Whoa, another mech.
Hi, I've been trying to get to you, but I've been having my own problems.
Own problems? Wait a minute. Why can I suddenly operate underwater?
I did a simple rewire to you. You're water resistant now. Here, follow me.
I followed the Chronosaurus, leading up above the water into a lush-type cave. There in it was another machine, but
some fish came by and used it to transform themselves into mech fish.
Its power is great!
I hate those guys. Well, we need that machine to merge the two of us.
Correct. With you by my side, we can take it by force.
Agreed. The two of us charged in with pure aggression, but were stopped by their leader.
Halt!
Halt? You stole this machine from us.
Yeah, because we need it. We don't mean any harm.
Tell that to the people who pushed me into the water. Give that machine back now.
You want it? Follow me.
We followed the fish until being brought to an underwater aquarium.
How about a little game? Whoever wins keeps the machine. Do we have a deal?
On days 27 to 29, I was next to the fish mech leader's right-hand man.
We have hid away one of our fish's water orbs. The first to search through this aquarium and find it shall win and take the machine.
You're going down!
Yeah, right. Horns went off, and the two of us began to search immediately. Naturally, the fish had an advantage. Not only could he swim faster than me, but he knew this aquarium inside and out. Of course, this competition's rigged. I gotta find my own way to win. I swam through, searching every corner I could find.
Use my eyes. A pterodactyl's vision is top-notch.
Oh, right. I focused my cameras, and because of this, I was able to see through walls. Whoa! Awesome! I saw the orb was behind a piece of seaweed, and my competitor was swimming right towards it. Oh, no you don't. I swam towards it as fast as I could. He tried to hit me away with his spear, but I fought back against him. Underwater, my abilities were a lot weaker, but I used up all of my strength and hit him away, which allowed me to win the competition. Yes, I did it. On days 30 to 32, I returned back to the fish's town with the Chronosaurus. All right, I won fair and square. That machine is ours.
Fine, take it. Without it, though, we won't stand a chance.
A chance? Against what?
Follow me.
We followed him and looked into a really dark underwater cave.
In that cave, there is a sea monster like no other. It comes out often and takes all of us fish down as it pleases. We were hoping with the machine we could upgrade and put up a fight against it, but we are limited in men.
Huh. I have a problem of my own above ground. How about I help you with this, if you join my team?
Deal!
With that, the Chronosaurus and I initiated the machine and merged into one. I was now a larger mecha dinosaur with 25 hearts. Not only could I swim in the water faster, but I could also shoot out my own water blasts. Sweet! Now, let's go deal with that monster. In my upgraded form, I left the town and headed deep within the cavern. Roars kept sounding off, and they kept getting closer and closer until one happened right behind me. Oh no. Within an instant, I was pulled deep below. Ah! Ah! I looked around and was now in the middle of an underwater temple. In front of me was a tiny little water leviathan. Aw, how cute. You're what the fish are afraid of?
I'm going to eat you alive!
What? The Leviathan then started to grow and grow and grow.
Hey, you aren't a fish.
Yeah, obviously. And you're not cute anymore. So, like, stop eating them, dude.
Never!
It charged towards me. It was incredibly strong. And just from its roar, sent down magical blasts that took away lots of my health. Ouch! Can't we just talk this out? It wasn't listening. So I was left with no choice but to fight back. I was able to swim way faster now. And with my new water upgrade, I was able to counter him with ease. Aha! That's right. The Leviathan wasn't letting up though. But with one final water blast, I was able to take it down. Woohoo! Take that! The fish leader swam up and was happy.
Thank you. You actually did it. I for sure thought you were a goner, but anyways, we will gladly join your side.
Sweet! On days 36 to 39, I made it back to my base and quickly used my claws to dig out a pool. Once I had the shaping just right, I used my new water blasts to fill it full of water for the fish mechs.
Oh yeah, Thank you, Fuzu.
Don't mention it. All mechs have a home here. With that, I went over and added some nice details to my home to match my newest upgrade.
Well, well, look at those pearly whites.
I'm glad you like it. Just then, I heard some voices from outside of our base.
Oh, come on!
Who's that? I quietly snuck outside to see two pillagers running by in panic.
First the park, and now our home too! These stupid dinosaurs are destroying everything!
Their home was destroyed by a dinosaur? No, that doesn't sound right. I better check it out. On days 40 to 44, I ran off in the directions the pillagers were coming from, only to see that their mansion was completely destroyed. I looked around and saw that there were large footprints on the ground. Wait, a dinosaur! It really was another mech! Why would they do this? Just then, some of the cavemen's bots came in, searching the area. I better hide and see what they're up to.
You heard the boss. Scavenge whatever's left. We have to get back to the forge ASAP.
They quickly grabbed what they could and headed off. A forge? I followed behind them until we eventually made it to a massive forge built up in a clearing. The bots were using the structure to smelt down all the scrap they were harvesting. This can't be good.
Yes, my most powerful upgrades are soon at hand. My revenge is close. So close, I can taste it.
Bozo, I sense someone's watching us.
I quickly turned around to see a strange light.
Oh dear!
Who was that? I can't let them blow my cover. On days 45 to 47, I ran away from the forge and into the forest after the creature. Come on, where did it go? I then saw the light again, moving throughout the trees. Aha!
Ah!
The little creature clearly knew the forest well and constantly was avoiding me. Suddenly, the light flashed as magical roots were summoned all around me. Ah! Oh, come on! Whoa, what's going on in the distance? Just then, the creature with the light began to reveal itself.
You have entered the ancient forest, a cursed place. So, be gone!
Aw, you're adorable. But what's your deal, man?
I'm sorry, but you can't really be here. That last mecha dino that came in here didn't really end that well.
Wait, is that another mecha dinosaur? I need your help. I used my fire to burn away the roots and made a break for where the sound was coming from.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Did you not hear me? You can't!
Why? We ran up to a ravine where a massive mecha brontosaurus was trapped at the bottom, and he was stomping around like crazy.
Oh, so much power!
On days 48 to 52, the brontosaurus continued to stomp around, shaking the earth with every step. Something is definitely wrong with him.
See? I told you.
What happened? It's like he's gone mad.
Exactly. He has gone mad. And it's all because he took one lick of a power ore and went completely nuts.
What's a power ore? The sloth led me over to a nearby mine where glowing ores lined every wall. Whoa, it feels so powerful here.
Don't touch it! This here ore is cursed, and those who touch it are blinded by pure powerful rage.
Right, okay, so how do you cure something like that?
Well, I've watched over this stuff for a long time, and the only way I know how to get that stuff out of your system is to sleep it off. But he won't be sleeping anytime soon with all that energy.
And we don't have time for that. Does that have some of the ore in it?
Yeah? Why do you ask?
I think I may have an idea. On days 53 to 56, the sloth and I made our way back to the ravine, where we both got ready for my plan. Okay, here goes nothing.
I'm getting too old for this. Hey, big guy, do you want some power ore?
Yes, yes, yes!
The brontosaurus came charging towards the sloth. Now, run!
Oh boy. Ah!
The sloth ran as the mech chased right behind him. I shot down my attacks from above, using my water and fire attacks to try and tire him out. But he just kept running.
Please! My little legs can only go so fast! Ow!
With that, the sloth was thrown against the ravine walls. No! The brontosaurus was about to finish him off when... Oh, no you don't! I flew down in between him and the mine. Dude, stop this! I need your help! The Mecha Caveman, he's...
More power!
With another slam, he launched me back and into the mine. Gah! Wait. Oh no. On days 57 to 59, because of the ore's power, I started to grow in size and felt all the energy in me was maxed out. Whoa! What a rush!
Oh dear, I'm gonna die here.
Rah! The two of us charged back in as our massive forms clashed.
No! My power!
I could feel the power getting to my head. It was exhilarating, but I thought back to all my friends, all of the people I'm fighting for. Come on, man, keep it together. We continued to trade blows, but then the sloth used his staff's power to blast out a cone of ice that froze the brontosaurus in place.
Hurry!
With one more slash attack, I was finally able to knock out the dinosaur. That was close.
Good work, Fozo. But are you okay?
Yeah. I just think I need a little nap. I awoke with the sloth and brontosaurus standing over me.
You alright there, pal?
Me? How about you?
Oh yeah, I'm doing just fine. Thank you for asking.
Wow. You're really nice. This ore stuff is crazy powerful if it could change someone like you.
Oh, it is. I have guarded it since ancient times for this reason. But maybe it's time to let it finally be used for good.
What are you talking about? On days 60 to 63, we followed the sloth deeper into the mine, where he showed us another mech combining machine.
That's right. This bad boy has to be one of the first models, too. It draws on the power of the mine. But I'm afraid it's on its last legs. That mine, too.
Well, if we can use it, maybe it'll stop anyone else from being corrupted by its power.
Wow! All this time, and you'd think I would have thought of that. Well, go on.
The brontosaurus and I stepped onto the old machine, causing it to turn on, as the ores around the entire mine gave us their power. It's working! We were instantly combined together, causing me to upgrade again. I now had 30 hearts and the overwhelming power of a brontosaurus. Sweet! But as I said this, the mines began to shake. The ores loss in power caused a cave-in, trapping us inside.
Oh dear, we're done for.
I don't think so. Use my power, Fozo!
Right. With my newly acquired abilities, I was able to unleash my own Jurassic Quake attack, breaking us out. Yes!
Wow! You make a pretty good team!
Why, yes, we do.
This place was my home for so long. What will I do now?
I think I know just the place you can go. On days 64 to 68, I brought the ancient sloth back to my base and quickly got to work building him up a comfortable treehouse.
You know, all you high-tech bozos really aren't that bad after all.
I then went over and built up my own home so that it could fit my upgraded form.
Nice and roomy.
I agree.
Bozo, what are we gonna do about the Mecha Caveman? You saw that crazy forge he had, right?
Yeah, there's no telling what he'll do once he has enough scrap for his plans. I say we bite his head off!
Well, that's not very nice.
Just then, the baby fossil dino came running up to me.
Fozo! Fozo!
What's going on, little guy?
Listen, you gotta come see this. This volcano, it's going crazy.
On days 69 to 73, the baby fossil led me to the base of a very active volcano. Clumps of magma were splashing down all around us as I heard a roar coming from the summit.
are you?
What is that?
I don't know, but I saw this mecha triceratops rampaging through here. He ran up that volcano, causing so much destruction that as he went, it became active.
Wait, a mecha triceratops? They're the last mecha dinosaur that escaped the park. Thanks, I'll take care of it.
Sweet. I'm not ready to die by a meteor. Twice.
With that, I started to make my way up the erupting volcano. I tried to fly up, but the falling lava bombs made things extremely difficult. I guess I have to do this on foot. I tried my best, but the lava just kept coming. Oh no! There was now a large flow of lava that was blocking my path. But with my water blasters, I was able to turn it into obsidian. Being mech is amazing. With that, I made it to the top. Hey, it is you.
Yes. They said you'd be here. Now prepare to meet your doom by my horns!
Wait, what? On days 74 to 77, the Triceratops charged in with its horns. I flew up, quickly evading the attack, but I was confused. Why are you doing this? We have to work together.
I will never work with the likes of you, not after what you've done.
What? What did I do? The Triceratops charged at me again, but this time, his speed and strength allowed him to dash up at me in the air. Whoa!
I can't believe you. You killed all of the other mecha dinosaurs and stole their parts. I will end you.
Dude, are you crazy? That's not what happened. We're all on the same side.
Liar!
He charged in again, so I used my new Quake attack to completely disorient him. I then followed up with a powerful slash that sent him back. I didn't do that. They're all still with me. I'm doing this to save all of the mecha dinosaurs.
What? Then why did he?
Who are you talking about? Just then, an explosion erupted from the side of the volcano, revealing the mecha caveman and his bots.
All according to plan.
On days 78 to 80, the mecha caveman approached the Triceratops.
You told me that he was killing the others.
Oh, right. I lied. I just wanted both of you in the same place so that I could take your scrap for myself.
No, my friends!
In his blinded rage, it ran in to attack, but the caveman easily struck him down.
This isn't even my final form!
The mecha caveman started to charge a powerful attack that would finish him in one hit. No! I pushed through the bots with my abilities and leapt towards my friend. From the caveman's hit, I was taken down to low hearts. He's still so strong.
That's right. And with each of your scrap, I'll become strong enough to give this world what it deserves. Now, bots, push them into the lava. They'll be easier to transport when they're already melted down. Now I have to get back to my forge.
The caveman stormed off as his bots charged towards us and pushed us straight into the lava. On days 81 to 85, I could feel my body melting down. Is this it? This can't be it.
Not if I have anything to say about it.
The Triceratops swam up to me as our molten forms began to merge into one.
So anyway, that's why I use premium oil myself. It really frees up your gears. Truce?
I unleashed my new horn charge attack, which completely tore through the remaining bots. Woohoo! Not only that, but I now had 35 hearts and became the most powerful mecha dinosaur to ever exist. Ha ha!
Great work! Hey, Tracy, you finally came around!
Oh, thank goodness. I'm so glad you're all safe. I'm sorry I didn't believe you, Fozo.
It's all right. You just wanted to know your friends are okay. And now we gotta make sure it stays that way. On days 86 to 90, I made my way back to the caveman's forge to finally take him on. But when I got there...
Sir, our bots still haven't returned from the volcano. No matter. We have enough scrap. What about their base? Our boss just found it now, sir. Without the Mecha T-Rex there, his friends won't stand a chance.
What? They're attacking my base?
Ha 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 ha! Good! Now, wait here as I upgrade into my final form.
The Mecha Caveman lowered himself into the forge and started to use up all the scrap they had collected. No, I have to save my friends. On days 91 to 94, I rushed back home to see that my entire base was being attacked. Bots were scattered all around, destroying all of our homes and cornering my friends.
Stay back. I'm warning you.
Ha! I can't wait to melt down your scrap!
No! I quickly flew in and slammed down into the ground, taking out a group of them.
What the? Get him!
The bots rushed in, but I used my fire to burn them all down. Yeah, they don't stand a chance against me anymore.
Oh boy, thanks Bozo. You really saved our tails.
Anything for you guys. Now, hurry. Let's make sure you guys stay safe. I took them over to a secluded spot and used my charge attack to dig out a hideaway for them. Everyone, in here. They all hid in the cave, but the mech rat looked confused.
You ain't gonna join us?
I can't. I have to finish this.
You can't do it alone.
I'm not alone, remember?
Yeah, let's go show those cavemen what real steel looks like.
On days 95 to 99, I returned to the forge, only to see that the Mecha Caveman was still transforming. I still have time.
Oh, do ya? Well, you're gonna have to get past me, you metal lizard!
Sounds easy enough, but as I said this, more bots came out of the factory to stand with him. Less easy. They all charged in and began to attack in unison. They weren't as scary anymore though, but their sheer number was still overwhelming. I used all the abilities I could to take out groups of them at a time, but any chance he could, the knight would just come charging in and hit me back. Ah! Stay back! I knew that the Mecha Caveman was about to finish his upgrade. I don't have a second to lose. Because of this, I unleashed another powerful Jurassic Quake that took out the remaining bots.
Oh no!
And I finally took down the knight as well.
And stay down.
Yes, we did it. But as I said this, no, I'm too late. On day 100, I was finally face to face with the fully upgraded Mecha Caveman.
And you were so close to! But now, nothing and no one can stop me!
Let's just see about that.
The Mecha Caveman began to blast down at me with the barrage of attacks. This was clearly the perfect upgrade for him, and he was the strongest he had ever been. We continued to fight, and I had to use all of my newfound abilities to dodge around his attacks. I was now much faster than him, and my new abilities were actually chipping away at him. But I got too cocky and was hit. Gah! I was extremely low on hearts. No, his power is just too much.
No, you can do it. You are strong, Fozo.
And to think, not long ago I was even weaker than you, and neglected because of it. But now, you are the only thing left in my way.
Remember, we are all with you!
I could feel every one of my dinosaur friends power up inside of me. All of our rage and energy built up into the strongest burst we had ever felt before.
No! No!
The shockwave itself struck the caveman and finally took him down for good. Yes, we did it! The entire world can now live in peace. On day 1, I was built inside of a jungle as a baby mecha tiger. All around were regular tigers who were all staring at me.
Welcome to your family, little one. I created you because our jungle, it's in danger.
It is? Why? Just then, the nearest tree line burst open, only to reveal a large mecha kingdom. Mechanized knights went throughout and started to destroy our entire biome.
Clear the area!
No!
Yes! Destroy this filthy nature and the animals that live in it. Soon, my Mecha Kingdom will be built here in the name of Kingatron.
I ran around and watched as my fellow tigers were either captured or killed.
It's too late. If that king succeeds, this entire jungle will be wiped out. You are a tiger at heart and are the only one who can stop this. Ah! You have to escape, my child. No!
On day 2, I ran for my life. Crazy mechs were flying overhead and used their advanced technology to industrialize the land. What the? Trains? Trains and deadly drill carts were now everywhere, taking down all of the jungle's resources. No, my home. This is horrible. Oh no. In my panic, I used a strange ability to jump up really high and land on the train. Wow! Whoa! As a mecha tiger, I have special powers? Sweet.
What the? A mecha tiger on my train? Where's your ticket?
Ticket? I don't have one.
Then prepare to be punished!
Wait, no, please wait! But the mecha conductor didn't listen and began to swing at me with his large axe. Wah! I ran away as fast as I could, but in a matter of seconds, I was cornered.
Oh yeah, there's 2 of us, buddy. No ticket, no ride.
Having nowhere left to go, I decided to jump!
Stupid tiger! Keep destroying those trees!
I have to stop this entire mecha kingdom? But how? Just then, I heard someone yelling. Not the potatoes! Huh? I went over to see an entire farm was being destroyed, and a small scared ferret ran up to me.
Whoa, another mech! Please, mister, you gotta help!
Help? With what? Just then, exploding out of the barn was a very angry mecha turkey.
With that!
On day 3, the mecha turkey continued his destruction amongst the farming outposts. Please, mister, we've been growing those carrots all year. Oh! Hey, I ran in towards him, and to my surprise, I let out a powerful roar, sending him back. What the? How many abilities do I have?
Not working under Kingatron? When I turn you in, that will change!
The mecha turkey charged straight in to attack me. He had deadly rocket blasters, and each explosion was able to take out chunks of my health. Gah! Oh no, I can't go out like this. You won't alone. Huh? I turned to see a few villagers lined up, armed with farming gear. You mess with the farm, you mess with us. The villagers joined the battle. They definitely weren't the strongest, but were creating enough distraction for me to get my hits in.
No, this is Thanksgiving all over again!
And with that, the mecha turkey was defeated. Left over on the ground was its rocket blasters. Whoa, better grab that. I went to pick them up. And as I did, something began to happen. My body was built up even larger. And not only did I have 10 hearts, but the rocket blasters had attached directly to my body. Whoa, I just took his powers.
You took down one of King Afton's Mecha Knights. Thanks.
I'm sorry, Mecha Knight? What's that?
Well, King Atron has the strongest army in the world that's led by his 6 Mecha Knights, each being completely different than the last in power and strength. It's why his kingdom is considered unstoppable.
Whoa, maybe I can take down those Mecha Knights and use their powers to stop Kingatron's tyranny once and for all.
Well, I know where another one is, but it'll cost you protection from the other animals. I'm a small guy, you know.
Okay, deal. The ferret was happy and brought me over to his home. Whoa, a jungle hideout, huh? This place is completely untouched.
And it's home.
On day 5, I quickly went to work on making this place my home. I made a nice mecha-themed tiger den to stay in, and even added some nice mecha-themed blocks throughout as well. Ah, perfect. Before I could celebrate for too long, though, I was hit from behind. Ah!
Another mech? You'll pay for what your friend did!
The player ran in and started to swing at me with his wooden sword. Ah, dude, back off! What are you even talking about? With my new rockets, I blasted him back. You saw another mech?
Yeah, and it destroyed our party, man! Come on, I'll show you!
I followed after the player until making it to a destroyed beach party. A couple of other players were in hiding and looked totally defeated. Where's the mech?
I'm not gonna show you. That's a death sentence!
Unless what? I was brought to the edge of a savanna, and there was a strong-looking outpost.
Recently, a faction came by and stole all of me and my friend's gear. If you get it back for us, then I'll show you where that stupid mech went.
Okay, you've got yourself a deal. On day 6, I hopped on top of the outpost walls to take a look inside. I saw that this place was run by a bunch of creepers.
Good thing we got that loot, you know. If we didn't, I would have erupted. Yeah, George, it's in our DNA too.
I better be careful. When no one was looking, I quickly jumped down and was able to break a window and head indoors. There, on one of the walls, was a vault. Things must be in there. Bingo! I opened it, and I was right. It was full of the player's loot. Too easy. Please don't.
Intruder!
The alarms throughout the outpost went off, and the creeper charged in towards me. He had crazy explosions, but thanks to my new upgrade, he didn't stand a chance. It didn't have to be like this. I quickly got all the stolen loot and ran outside, but in front of me was a row of the creepers. Oh no, I'm surrounded.
You come to my home and steal from me?
You started it. This doesn't belong to you. Having to think fast, I shot out an explosion on the roof, causing it to fall down and onto them.
Ah, no! He's getting away!
With them distracted, I made a break for it out of their home.
We will find you!
On day 7, I made it back to the players' beach party, but they were all crying in their hot tub. Cha, man, this sucks! Oh, quit whining. Here you go. I gave them all their gear, and they looked a lot happier. Cha, this is more like it. My confidence is totally back. All right, we had a deal.
Right.
I followed the geared up players, and it wasn't long until we made it to another beach party. Players were panicking throughout, and in the midst of it all was a deadly mecha wolf.
The shores belong to King Atron.
Not on my watch. The players and I charged in after him. He blasted crazy spews of fire at us and had heavy bites to knock us back. Why aren't you like other wolves, man? With one more giant slam, the wolf blew open a hole beneath the two of us, which made us fall. We were now in a very dangerous lava cave. One drop, and we are done for.
You are strong. Join us. Be on the winning side.
Never. You hurt my people, and you will pay. He was very weak from all the damage and began to run away from me. Oh, no you don't. I began to jump from rock to rock, chasing after him. I was built to be a tiger, so I was a lot faster than he was. As we resurfaced, I dealt a finishing hit.
It doesn't matter. The king now knows of your existence. He will find you.
That's not good. On day 8, I picked up the Mecha Wolf's scrap piece. After it merged with me, I had 15 hearts and was able to shoot out fire beams from my tail. Sweet. From there, I went back to the beach and quickly helped the players build it back up to what it once was. Yeah, party time!
After what that mecha army did, I'd be happy to help you take him down. Aw.
Okay, sweet. I brought the player back to my base and quickly got to work making him his very own home to stay in, with its own armory as well. That way, you can never lose your loot again.
Just sweet.
From there, I made some extra tiger dens, just in case I found more of my people. I hope they're safe.
Oh, there you are! I still haven't shown you that Mecha Knight! Come on!
I followed the ferret out of the hideout until reaching what looked to be an ancient passageway.
The key to finding the next Mecha Knight is through these doors!
And what's the next Mecha Knight?
The Mecha Dragon!
I split up from the ferret and was about to enter, but saw that it was locked? What? Come on! Before I could do anything, water was placed over my head. Ah! In a matter of seconds, I short-circuited. On days 9 to 10, I came back online, only to see I was in a display case. In a carnival? There were zombies roaming around and stopping to look at me.
Welcome to the Moon Carnival, a place meant for fun and games.
Let me go! I broke out of my cage and made a break for the exit. But on the way there, I saw a strange-looking key. The key for the temple.
You are a bad tiger. Get back in your case right now.
No, I'm gonna take that key.
That key's a prize. You want it? You have to earn it, pal.
Okay, bring it. The clown zombie brought me over to a course full of games and challenges.
No zombie has ever completed both of the courses in a row. But if you do, I'll let you go and give you the key.
He walked over and began to ring the carnival's bells.
Let the game commence!
On days 11 and 12, I started off the first challenge, which was a task to knock down all the cups.
Take ball.
Ha! I don't need that. Using my rocket blasters, I was able to knock all of the bottles down in one hit.
Now, the final challenge.
From there, I was met with a speed challenge.
Finish the course before your timer is done. 3, 2, 1, go!
For any normal zombie, this course would have been tough. But using my fire jump and gadgets, I was pushing through it fast. Until...
Slow down!
In a matter of seconds, a barrage of zombies started to flood the course. And they all tried to get in the way to stop me. Ah! No! The timer was going down, and I only had 5 seconds left. Thinking quickly, I used my fire tail attack to make all of the zombies panic. Because of this distraction, I finally made it to the finish line. But
too bad, sport. You were 1 second too late. You lose.
No. In the midst of my defeat, an explosion sounded off at the entrance of the carnival. There waiting was Kingatron with his mecha army. Oh no, he found me. On days 13 to 14, Kingatron's men began to rampage throughout the carnival and destroy everything they could.
I know you're here somewhere, you tiger! Find him now! With enough rewiring, he will be my new pet.
What?
No, my home!
We gotta go right now. They're too powerful. The clown listened to me. He grabbed the key, and the two of us made a break for it.
That king, you're against him?
Yeah, I am. Because I said this, the clown threw over the key to me. Whoa, thanks.
Anything to stop that jerk. He can't just take things that don't belong to him.
Tell me about it. With that, the clown zombie and I split ways, and I was able to unlock the temple's entrance. Sweet. I headed inside, and there, waiting at its center, was a large dead tree that was alive? Ah!
I am the Elder Tree.
Hi, tree, sir. I'm here looking for the Mecha Dragon.
The very thing that's hunting me down? It's a lost cause. The only way you find the Mecha Dragon is if he finds you first.
Wait, you said he's hunting you down?
His mission is to find any tree he can and burn it to the ground. If he burns me down, then the rest of the jungle will fall with me.
I think I have an idea, but you may not like it. On days 15 to 16, the elder tree followed behind me, and I set him in the middle of an empty plains.
Is this really necessary?
That dragon wants to find you, and so let's set a trap he won't expect. Just then, rustling went throughout the nearby trees. Oh no, it's here. In a matter of seconds, entered the beast. Wait, it's a sheep?
The plan didn't work, genius.
The sheep was then crushed by the large mecha dragon. Oh no, it totally worked. He's massive. Without hesitation, the dragon flew straight in towards the elder tree. I prepared ahead of time though, and flipped a lever which caused a protective dome to build up around him. I quickly shot at the dragon and gained its attention. Yeah, stay away from him. The dragon was very angry and began to fly right at me. Deadly beams were being fired down all around me, and I knew I wouldn't last long. How am I gonna defeat him like this? He can fly! Just then, I stumbled upon a snow biome. Maybe the storm here is bad enough to bring him down. I have to try. I quickly ran in, and as he followed, the blizzard was too much for him. My plan was working.
Where did you go, you weakling?
I used the snowy landscape to my advantage and was able to get the jump on him. Take this! Before he could spot me, I was able to hide away again and continue to get the upper hand. Whoa, I'm actually doing it!
Enough games!
With a massive beam attack, the dragon shot all around himself, destroying all of my cover. Oh no! He ran towards me to take me down, but right before he could reach me, a tech-like explosion occurred right on top of him. What? Because of this distraction, I was able to deal the final hit on the dragon, taking him down for good. What was that?
It was me.
I looked over to see there, standing over a nearby hill, was my creator. You're alive.
Look at you. I'm so proud of you, my boy.
Thanks, Pops. I looked over and saw the dragon dropped down his piece of scrap. After picking it up, I gained an additional 5 hearts. Not only was I larger in size, but I now had grown my very own tiger wings. Like the dragon, I can now fly around as I please. Whoa, this is amazing!
Now that we have united, I must show you something.
I followed my creator until arriving back at the entrance of our jungle, but it was completely different. Lots of its trees were gone, and an empire was beginning to be built up.
The rest of our tigers, they're in there.
Not for long, but I need to get you home safe first. On days 19 to 21, I brought my father and the elder tree back to base with me. I got to work, building up a nice place right next to my home for my dad. And inside, the two of us worked together to build up a really sick lab.
I might be able to make you some pretty cool stuff. Give me some time.
Sounds good. I walked out and saw that the elder tree had made its home right at the center of the base.
This place will do. For now.
Yeah. I walked over to check on the ferret, who was standing in front of a chest.
Open now. Okay.
The ferret opened it, which caused a huge explosion to ignite throughout our base. Ah! What the heck? Huh? I turned to see a troll?
Uh-oh, the jig is up.
Hey, not so fast! The troll tried his best to get away, but with my new wings, I was able to survey the skies and spotted him climbing up a nearby mountain. Bingo! I landed just as he got to the top, only to see that I was at an entire troll town?
Dude, come on! He was just an innocent troll!
You could have killed someone!
Well, that's who I am! A trolling troll!
Trolling troll? Oh. On days 22 to 26, I walked throughout the troll town, and it was absolute chaos. Trolls ran throughout, continuously pranking each other and causing nothing but destruction. I better get out of here. I was about to fly away, but then I saw it. At the end of their town, being hung over lava, was one of the king's mecha knights. Whoa, what happened? Gah! What the heck?
Get pranked, loser!
Yeah, that's what I thought. I went over to the mech, but was quickly cut off by a group of the trolls. Hey, hand it over.
Oh, nope. We pranked this sucker a few days ago. We turned him off.
Yeah, he's ours now!
Come on, there has to be a way I can take it.
Huddle up. TNT. Follow me.
I followed the troll until making it to the edge of a large TNT build.
In that TNT lives the trickster. He's a new guy who thinks he's better at pranking than we are. If you can help us pull off the best prank ever on him, we will happily trade the mech.
Okay, deal. On days 27 to 29, I entered the TNT house. But as I did, gas started to fill the room. Oh no!
I was expecting a visitor. You've fallen right into my trap.
The gas was getting to me and caused the room to start to terraform. I was now in a large TNT maze. Whoa, I must be hallucinating. I gotta find a way to snap out of it. I began to go throughout the TNT maze, but around every corner, there was a different prank. Whoa!
You think you can harm my home, you see? You won't get the chance.
I kept pushing on, dodging all of the pranks I could. But not only was my vision getting weaker, but so were my hearts. Ugh. Thankfully, though, I finally made it to the center. And standing there was the large trickster.
I did not think you'd make it this far, but this will be your end.
Let me free! I ran to the trickster, but he had an ability to disappear and appear as he pleased. Not only that, but he had very strong explosive attacks. Yeah!
Just give up before I accidentally misfire!
Misfire? That's it! On days 30 to 32, I looked around at all the TNT around us. With my fire tail, I shot all around the room, causing the TNT to ignite.
No! What are you doing?
Get pranked, buddy. Just like that, the TNT exploded!
No!
Not only did my hallucinations end, but the entire TNT house blew up in one go. Whoa! Ah! Ha-ha! I did it!
Dude, blowing up someone's house? That's just griefing.
I like your style. That trickster loser didn't see what hit him.
Speaking of, where is he?
I think I found him. Anyways, thanks for helping out, ya prankster. That mech is all yours.
Sweet! I headed back to the Trolls Mountain and saw that the mech was there for the taking. On days 33 to 35, I went up to the mech. Okay, time to fight this thing. I broke it down from its chains, which caused it to turn back on.
What? Where am I? No, I must go!
The mech tried to run away, but with my wings, I was quickly able to cut him off. You aren't going anywhere. You work for the king, and that ends today.
That's the thing. I don't want to.
I'm sorry, what?
King Atron treats us horribly. The only reason he needs a new kingdom is because of all the damage he had done to his last. I've seen his actions over time, and no, I don't want to live this life anymore!
Whoa, would you want to join my side then and help me take him down?
Certainly! Here, take this!
The mech tossed down a part of his mecha horn, and once I collected it, I became stronger. I now had 25 hearts, and had my very own horns attached to my head. With them, I had the brute strength of an entire mecha golem. Whoa, this is sick. Come on, it's time you meet your new team. On days 36 to 39, I made it back to my base with the mecha golem.
Bozo, look out!
Hey, it's all right. This guy, he's one of the good ones.
Oh, well, it's great to meet you, friend.
The pleasure is all mine.
I took the time to build up the golem his very own home, fit with a comfy interior for his size. Here you go.
Why, thank you. Ah!
I'm watching you.
Creepy. I then looked around my base and noticed our home was getting bigger. I have a lot more people to protect now. With that, I went to work, building up a defensive wall around the entire base. And everyone was pitching in. Thanks, guys. Before we could finish, though, I heard a familiar rumbling in the nearby jungle.
Full steam ahead!
Oh no. I ran out towards the rumbling and saw the Mecha Kingdom's train was barreling through the jungle in the direction of our base. No, I can't let them find this place. On days 40 to 44, I quickly flew up onto the train. How do I stop this thing?
Oh, no you don't.
I looked back and saw the mecha conductor from before. I'm not scared of you. Not anymore.
What about me?
Hey guys, I mean, come on. What problems have words not solved? We can talk this out, right? Yeah!
You think we're just going to let you go again? King Etron nearly scrapped us last time. This time, you're not going anywhere!
I looked past the two of them and saw the train's primary power source. Bingo! Alright, so be it. We began to fight on top of the train as I flew around them to try to keep my distance.
Get down here!
They began to shoot out their mechanical arms at me to try to pull me in. But I pushed them back with my roar. With this opening, I swooped down and blasted the power source with my rockets, which caused it to explode. The train instantly came to a stop and flung the conductors back into the jungle. Yes, that was a close one. I then looked over and saw that the train had a full cart of jungle wood on it. Delivered to the lumber yard? Huh, I better check this place out. On days 45 to 47, I flew around the jungle until finally finding the lumber yard. Landing on its trees, I watched as countless flying robots worked under the command of a large saw blade mech. That must be one of King Etron's Mecha Knights.
Where is that lumber shipment? We can't build a king's kingdom without it.
And he's definitely not a nice guy.
Tell me about it.
I turned around to see a gorilla was up in the trees with me. Ah!
Shh, I'm on your side. That is, as long as you're against them.
I am. Wait, what do you mean?
They built this lumber yard right on top of my home. They killed everyone except me, and I'm done running.
I'm so sorry. They attacked my home too. I want to help.
Then let's do this together. I've been watching them, and they keep going into this one building. It's gotta be important.
Then, we better get in there first. We went down and began to sneak past some of the robots, and thankfully made it inside of the building. Once there was a long hallway that led up to a set of doors.
That's gotta be it.
Huh. This almost feels too easy. As I said this, platforms lowered from high up in the room, and artillery bots began to activate. Yep, I knew it!
Oh, shut up and run!
On days 48 to 52, we started to run across the hall as the artillery bots launched tracking missiles at us. Oh, come on! No fair! I was being blasted around by their attacks as more rockets just kept coming. But then the gorilla jumped in the way. Whoa, are you okay?
Yeah, just keep going.
I ran forward and used my new golem strength to burst open the doors into the next room. Once inside, I noticed we were in their central planning room. There were crazy blueprints all around of the castle for King Etron.
They're gonna do the same thing they did to my home, but do it to the whole jungle.
Not if we have anything to say about it. Come on, someone probably heard us by now. As I said this, flying robots started to float in from above.
Intruders, get them!
We began to get swarmed by the flying robots, and the gorilla was getting overrun. Stay away from him!
Phew, thanks.
Just, repaying the favor. Come on, we gotta go. We ran out of the planning room and back up to the lumberyard when...
Where are you two going?
Oh, no.
Now that my men have softened you up, it's time to die like the animals you are!
Come on! Can't you see what you're doing to the jungle? This isn't right!
Oh, wow! You know, now that you say it like that, I still don't care! For King Atron!
The mech rushed in and started to attack me ruthlessly with his massive saw blade. Ah! It dealt a lot of damage, and he was already wearing me down to low hearts. No! Then the gorilla ran in and pushed him back with his brute strength.
We can't beat them like this. You need to find another way.
I looked around, and that's when I saw it. I have an idea. Buy me some time.
I'll try.
I started to fly up as quickly as I could to the top of the crane.
You're not going anywhere! Men, stop him!
More flying robots flew up to cut me off. Ah! Hey! I flew around and kept them at bay with my rockets as I finally made it to the crane's controls. Okay, Fozo, here goes nothing. On days 57 to 59, I turned on the crane directly above the saw Black made and dropped it down onto him. But he just kept dodging. No! I kept trying over and over again. And one of the times before he could dodge, the gorilla pushed him under it.
No!
Yes!
That one's for my family. Thanks for helping me take back my home, even if it's not really the same anymore.
No, thank you. All I did was press a button. I went over and grabbed the saw blade scrap, which caused me to upgrade again. I gained 5 more hearts and now had a powerful saw blade integrated into my body. Whoa. You know, you're more than welcome to come stay with me if you want.
I'd like that.
What?
He's become much stronger, my king. Maybe too strong. But not for you, my king. No one is stronger than you.
Flattery will get you nothing. The rest of you, gather up the tiger prisoners. I know just what to do with them.
On days 60 to 63, I made it back to base with the gorilla. I saw that the rest of my friends had finished building up the defensive walls. Nice. Great work, everyone. From there, I took the time to help the gorilla build a nice jungle home next to the elder tree.
I can finally relax now. Thank you, Fozo.
Don't mention it. I then went over and found my father in his lab. Dad! I quickly caught him up on the blueprints I saw at the lumberyard and King Atron's plans for the jungle.
Oh dear. Well, if you shut down the lumberyard, we should stop them from getting other resources too. And I know just the place you should look next. The MECHA mines.
Sweet. That must be where they mine all their ore.
Correct. But be warned, it's guarded by a terrifying beast.
Of course it is. All right, where do I need to go? I journeyed out of the base, following my father's directions, straight to the entrance tunnel of the MECHA mines. But the tunnel was caved in? Come on! I tried blasting it open with everything I had, but nothing I did was working. I think I'm gonna need more firepower. Just then, I heard an explosion off in the distance. What was that? On days 64 to 68, I followed the noise until I saw a skeleton with explosives? What the? The skeleton then caused a large explosion at his feet again.
Dadgummit!
Hello?
Oh, howdy, partner. What brings you to these parts?
I'm trying to get into the MECHA mines, and honestly, I could probably use those explosives you got there.
Well, I'll be. I've been trying to blow that place open since the darn beast took my good throwing arm.
Great. Does that mean you'll help me?
I'd love to, but we're gonna need a whole lot more boomsticks than what I have here. Here, take this.
The skeleton then threw me over a list of ingredients.
Come back here with those 3 things, and I'll make us the best darn explosive you ever saw.
Sounds like a plan. I went out and mined some sand, grabbed a lilac flower, and then the last ingredient, some gunpowder. You can do this, Fozo. You can do this.
Ow! Hey! I remember you!
Hey, nice to see you. With that, I was able to take down the creeper with one more hit. Okay, this better be worth it. I gave all the ingredients back to the skeleton, who whipped up a powerful explosive in an instant.
Hee-haw! Come along now!
On days 69 to 73, the skeleton and I made it back to the caved-in entrance of the mecha mines.
All right, now stand back.
Would it be better if I...
I got it. I'm a professional.
Right. We began to make our way inside of the tunnels, only to realize this cave was like a maze. We began to blindly navigate the tunnels, but hit dead end after dead end. Come on.
For mine, these tunnels sure look untouched. You'd think all those mechs would want all this fancy ore.
I began to look around, and that's when I noticed. You're right. They only care about iron. I have an idea. Follow me. From there, I began to notice a tunnel that had blocks mined out of them, and we followed it until finally making it into the mines. We did it.
Shh, it's sleeping.
Huh? I looked over and saw that in the center of the cave was a massive mecha Cerberus. Oh, right. On days 74 to 77, we began to sneak around the edge of the mine when I had another idea. All right, I think we can ambush him.
Now we're talking. I'll go this way.
He quietly circled around the other side of Cerberus, and we were both closing in. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
You smell that? Yeah, it smells like bones!
What in tarnation?
The Cerberus began to chase the skeleton around the mines.
A little help here, partner!
I quickly flew up and began to launch attack after attack down onto him. But his armor was just too strong. I then noticed some loose gravel high up in the ceiling. Hold on! I blasted the ceiling with my tailfire, causing a large pile of it to separate the two of them.
Where did you go?
The skeleton and I quickly hid in the back of the mines to regroup. What do we do? His armor's too strong for me. I can't damage it.
I still smell you.
All right, now I got an idea, but you're gonna have to trust me.
On days 78 to 80, I flew up into the air to grab the Cerberus's attention.
Hey, you're not my chew toy. Forget that. We've heard about you, Tiger. Come here.
I began to battle them in the air as I launched down rocket after rocket. But the Cerberus just kept powering through my hits. He then launched out a glob of molten scrap, which hit me out of the air. Gah!
King Atron will be very happy when I bring him your head.
The Mecha Cerberus was about to finish me off when suddenly...
Hey, over here, you oversized lapdog!
What did you say?
That's right, come get me!
No, what are you doing?
So long, partner.
The skeleton allowed the Cerberus to bite down on him, which caused the dynamite to explode.
Ah, you little punks!
No! We continued to fight, and I used my new saw blades to cut into the now weakened mech. I could tell the skeleton's sacrifice definitely hurt his armor, which allowed him to take a lot more damage. Take this! With the one final saw blade hit, I was able to take the Mecha Cerberus down. Yes! On days 81 to 85, I was finally able to grab the scrap from the Cerberus, which caused me to upgrade one final time. I now had 35 hearts, grew even larger in size, and had 3 heads? Whoa! I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you. From there, I launched my rockets into the exit tunnel, which closed off the mecha mines for good. That should do it. It was then I heard some voices shouting nearby.
Catch him! He's getting away!
What's going on? I ran out and watched as one of my fellow tigers had escaped the mecha army. He was running for his life throughout the jungle.
Somebody! Anybody! Help!
No one's here to save you, beast!
Oh, no you don't! I flew in and used my Mecha Roar to take down both of the Mecha Knights at once.
It's you! You're still alive?
Of course. I'm so glad you kept fighting. Where are the other tigers?
I'll show you!
On days 86 to 90, the tiger led me back to the Mecha Kingdom's fully built castle. And there in the center was Kingatron, putting all of the tigers in cages.
Get in there, you filthy animal! Hurry up and get the rest in their cages. This would bring out that Mecha Tiger soon enough. What will you have us do now, my king? Take to the jungle, and if you see that tiger, make sure he knows we have his people right here in our grasps. He'll surrender soon enough.
He's using my people as bait. Would he really set them free if I surrendered? Would he?
There's no way. He can't be trusted. We need to stop him now.
You may be right, but I have to get you back to safety first. Come with me. On days 91 to 94, the tiger and I quickly made it back to my base.
Oh, Fozo, there you are. Ah, and you found another tiger.
Yeah, but you're not gonna like where the others are. I gathered everyone in my base and quickly updated them about what Kingatron said and my newly thought up plan.
But Fozo, are you sure about this?
Sure, dude. The King Eyeball dude is totally crazy.
I agree with them, Fozo. You can't.
Everyone, this may be the best way to make sure everyone gets out of here alive.
Your heart is truly set on this tiger?
I'm sure of it, and I know deep down I have to do this. On days 95 to 99, I reluctantly walked out into the clearing in front of the Mecha Kingdom. Kingatron, I'm here.
You finally come to give yourself up for your people, or are you here to fight?
I'm here to surrender, as long as you promise to let my people go.
How cute.
Within an instant, I was surrounded by the Mecha army. What the?
I don't make promises, Tiger. I'm a king. I make the rules, and my people follow them. Now, kill them!
The knights were about to rush in when vines wrapped around them.
No!
My father leapt in and took down the remaining knights around me.
What is this trickery?
Sorry, King, but two can play at this game, even if I was still scared for my boy.
I told you it would work. Look, we looked over as the ferret had snuck by to free the tigers from their cages.
No!
Kingatron's anger caused him to unleash wild beams of pure energy that began cutting through the jungle. Everyone, get out of here! A beam was heading straight for my dad. No! I jumped in the way and took the hit. Gah!
You will die first.
On day 100, it was finally just me and the King Mech, face to face in front of his kingdom.
Do you know how much I fought for my rule? You have no right to deny me!
No! All you've done is take from my home. And now, I'm gonna stop you here and now! I flew up into the air as we began to battle. His powerful beams of energy shot all around me, but I did my best to dodge throughout the air. Take this! We were trading hit for hit, and each of our attacks were cutting into the other's hearts. I tried to fly in close with my saw blades, but his beam hit me out of the sky and put me at extremely low hearts. Yeah!
You could have been a great knight in my army, but now all you are is useless.
He began to rain down blasts at me, and I tried my best to use my feline agility to dodge each of his hits. Come on, I can do this! There, with one of my saw blades, I was able to cut him down all the way to the ground and hit him with heavy hit after heavy hit.
You're just an animal. You are nothing compared to me.
Your reign ends here, Kingatron. I ran in and used the most powerful Mecha Roar I could. Finally, taking down the king for good. And with that, my entire jungle could return to the way it was. On day 1, I was assembled as a robot warden. I was in a strange laboratory with a scientist standing before me.
My name is Rick. You're humanity's last hope against the robot takeover of this world.
Robot takeover? What do you mean? But before he could say anything else, a massive robotic hand smashed into the lab. He started to attack the scientist.
Rick, you have no chance of defeating me. The world will soon be mine.
The robotic hand turned his attention toward me. Ouch! That hurts! I was just a baby, so I only had 10 hearts. I had to run away, or else I would be defeated. As I started to run, I realized I had something. It was a speed boost. I activated it and was able to make a quick getaway from the robot.
There is nowhere you can hide, Robot Warden.
On day 2, I escaped the evil robot and found myself in a city. As I looked into the city, I realized that it was also being attacked by other robots. What's up with all these robots? I had to get out of here. I was about to run off when I suddenly heard a scream. Someone was getting attacked. I can't just leave them. I ran in and used a blaster. Whoa, I have this? It took some time, but I used my weapon and was able to take him down. Nice. Looks like I'm not as weak as I thought. Maybe I was wrong. Time to go. I knew that I wasn't strong enough to take on all these robots, so I ran inside the nearest building. I didn't hear the sound of footsteps, so I think the coast is clear. Man, I turned around and found a group of civilians inside. They were all huddled together and scared.
Stay away, you evil robot warden!
Evil robot? I'm a good robot. The crowd started chanting for me to leave, so I had no choice but to get out. As I ran away from the city, I could hear a strange beeping sound. I noticed that I was starting to run low on power. Oh, great. I continued traveling until I saw what looked like a laboratory. I didn't know what was inside, but I don't have any other options. I began to search the chests, and I found some batteries. Great. I quickly replaced them, replenishing my energy.
Who's there? Is that the robot warden?
There was another scientist in the lab. He told me that he worked with Rick, my creator. He then gave me some sad news. If I was here without Rick, then that must mean he was gone. What? No, that can't be true.
Luckily, he was a very intelligent man. He left behind these for you to follow.
The scientist dropped me a map that would lead me to one of Rick's old science facilities where I could find more information. He told me to be careful. Robots would be hunting me. That evil hand, Talos, was not far from taking this world over. I thanked him for the information and began to follow the map. I hope I can find what I'm looking for there. On day 4, the map led me to a destroyed laboratory. I have a strange feeling that the robots have something to do with this destruction. I walked inside, and it didn't look good either. There has to be some kind of upgrade inside this place. Something. Suddenly, a person appeared in front of me, and it was Rick? Wait, what? How are you here? I quickly noticed that this wasn't actually him. It must have been some kind of hologram?
You are one step closer to stopping Talos.
Rick's hologram told me that inside the location, he left me a manual, which would allow me to obtain upgrades that robots had stolen and placed across the world.
Additionally, I have left you a very useful mining gadget.
The hologram faded away. I started to search the lab. I found both the manual and a drill. I think I know what he wants me to do with this. I went to the woods nearby and used the drill to collect wood and then created a hole to quickly grab some stone. Thanks to this drill, I was able to fix up the laboratory and make it look half decent. This drill upgrade is going to be very useful. On day 5, I left my new home and began to follow the manual to find my upgrades. I was looking for some kind of large warehouse. I came across a large building, believed it was the place. I started to search around and was able to find some iron and yes, an upgrade schematic. I then heard strange noises behind me and turned around to see a bunch of creeper bots coming at me. I started to fight them off using my weapon, but some of them got close enough and exploded. I was able to avoid most of the damage and take most of them out. I was really starting to feel confident with my new abilities.
I knew I would find you here.
the robotic hand, Talos reappeared, and he started to attack me. I tried to fight against him, but he was far too powerful. I had no choice but to flee. Thanks to my speed boost and small size, I was able to lose him fairly easily. I was tired of running away, but I knew I wasn't strong enough to fight back. I needed to obtain whatever upgrade I had just found. Using the manual, I continued towards another structure. It led me to an abandoned facility. I hope this is what I was searching for. As I walked throughout the place, I came across a strange machine. The instructions told me to place my schematic on it and get inside. I did just as it told me to. I started to feel strange and heard a lot of mechanical noises before becoming a full-size robot warden. I even had 20 hearts. Now, I just need to keep finding more upgrades to become strong. Ah!
Please, just don't hurt me.
I ran into what looked like a robot minion, but he seemed different than the rest.
Please, oh gosh, I'm just a Talos Baller bot. I don't want to fight.
I don't want to fight either, so let's just part ways from here, okay? That way, neither of us cause the other one any trouble.
Wait a second. Let me come with you. The robot warden was said to be the savior of this world.
I looked at the robot and felt bad for it. You know what? I could really use a friend. Come on, let's go. The bot happily joined me, and we made our way back to the lab. On day 7, I returned back to my base with Ace. He was very appreciative of me. My home, though, was not large enough for both of us. So I went out and collected some materials to build him a base. Together, we were able to create him a house quickly. I then started to ask him some questions about what he knew about Talos.
Talos has been trying to take over the world for some time now.
Ace told me that Talos had been working on a robotic army, making life hard for all living creatures. Man, so everyone's been affected by him? I had to get stronger. I read the upgrade manual, and it told me of another location where I could find an upgrade. I then began my journey toward the location.
Do not allow the robot warden to grow any stronger, Killian, as you wish.
On day 8, as I continued looking for the next upgrade, I noticed smoke nearby, and a village was being attacked by a large robot. And the robot looked like some kind of colossal knight. It was chopping down houses and destroying the village. He was about to attack a villager until I yelled for him to stop. The knight turned around and approached me.
You must be the robot warden that Talos told me about.
He told me that his name was Killian, and he was made to destroy and crush humanity.
Soon, robots will destroy anything non-robotic and overtake this inferior world.
No, that's wrong. We weren't made to destroy humans. We're here to help them. Killian asked me to join him and be part of the winning side. He said my abilities were wasted by trying to save these people. No, I'll never join you or Talos.
Then you will be destroyed, just like the rest.
We began a fight, and he was very powerful. I was able to avoid some of his attacks. I was starting to run low on hearts when Killian slammed his hammer down on the ground and launched me into the air. Ah! On days 9 to 10, I crash landed in a pool of water. Ouch, ouch. I quickly made my way out, and my body was starting to go haywire. It hurt me a lot, and I tried to use my speed boost again. I guess I need to travel slowly for now. I continued to walk through the jungle when I began to hear the beeping of my battery. I need to replace them again. I did, which was my final battery. Man, okay, I'm gonna have to find more soon. The journal had told me the robots had hidden one of my upgrades inside a desert temple. I eventually made my way out of the jungle and began to cross into the desert. On days 11 to 12, I spotted the large desert temple. I went inside, and another hologram of Rick appeared.
It looks like you were able to find the desert lab. I'm proud of you, Fozo.
The hologram told me how the world is filled with his creations, like Talos and Killian. Wait, there are more than just those two monsters?
This world is filled with danger thanks to Talos. You need to work on finding your upgrades.
I looked around the laboratory and found a book with instructions on a new upgrade. I read the book and kept looking around the facility. I was able to find some redstone and combine them with the iron I collected. Thanks to these ingredients, I was able to upgrade my gun into a cannon.
It's very powerful, but be warned, it cannot be used often.
Sweet! The upgrade book had ended, and I turned to ask Rick more questions, but his hologram was gone. Great. I left the temple and made my way back to the lab. On days 13 to 14, I arrived back at my base. Ace was waiting for me, and I showed him my new upgrades. I also told him about everything that I learned.
Impressive! You should be much better protected now!
I hope so. I started to think about what Rick had told me. His creations? If Rick created them, why would they turn bad? I heard the familiar beeping sound I knew was my energy level. I needed to find some batteries, fast. I asked Ace if he had any batteries he could share with me.
Unfortunately, I am solar powered. I don't need to consume batteries like you.
He then told me that he knew where the creator of the batteries lived. He said he was in a village pretty close to the lab. I thanked my friend and left to get the batteries.
This is where I will construct the tower. How do you know it will work? Soon, I will begin testing my mind control. For now, find the robot warden.
On days 15 to 16, I was heading off toward where the battery creator was. I spotted it, but something looked wrong. The village was in complete ruins. Oh no, the robots must have attacked it and destroyed it. I called out for anyone, but I got no response. Come on, please, someone. I scanned around the village, and there was no signs of life. Man, the robots are working very quickly on their takeover. As I continued scanning across the village, I managed to find a battery. Okay, this will hold me off for now.
Robot Warden, have you come to destroy what is left? Run, everyone, run!
I told the villager I meant no harm and was just trying to find the battery creator. The villager was very skeptical of what I was saying. He told me that he, in fact, was the creator of the batteries, but refused to tell me where the rest were. Listen, you have to believe me. If you don't give me the batteries, robots will take over the world. I'm trying to stop Talos and his robots. Judging by the fact I hadn't heard him yet, I think he was starting to believe me. He described a large factory that he used to work at and gave me the location. To show my appreciation, I told the villager where my lab was.
Thank you, you scary robotic beast. With my home destroyed, I have nowhere left to live.
We parted ways, and I continued on my journey. On days 17 to 18, I arrived at the large battery factory and began to search it. I needed to find spare batteries, or I was not going to last much longer in this world. In one of the chests, I found a bunch of larger batteries. Perfect! I consumed some of them to replenish my power. I was preparing to leave, but I felt like there was something more here. I found another manual for Rick. This one seemed different though. The manual detailed a very specific set of items needed to create something. A robotic sonic boom. Wow. If I can get this, this will be amazing.
Find something you like.
It was Killian. What are you doing here?
I'm here to destroy you, Robot Warden, while Talos works on his mind control device.
Mind control? Before I could respond, Killian was attacking me again. With my new cannon upgrade though, I was able to inflict some serious damage on him. Unfortunately, it had a long cooldown. He was able to keep attacking me while I had to wait for my attack to restart. Oh no, I realized that I was running low on hearts. I was disappointed that I had to retreat again, but I knew I couldn't risk being defeated here. I went off to avoid more conflict.
I will find you!
I returned to the lab and found Ace was with the villager from earlier. Oh, I'm glad you arrived. Hopefully soon you'll see that this is a safe place to stay at. I used the cobblestone and wood I had left over and built the villager a new home. There, now you should be nice and safe. Suddenly, there was a growling and the villager didn't look too good. What's wrong with him?
Oh, Fozo, he's kind of a human. He needs seeds.
Oh, that's right. Humans don't eat like me and Ace. I immediately left the lab and came back with some chickens. I quickly built a pen for them across the villager's house. After that, I decided to talk to Ace about the laser I needed to find. I told him that this would be the key to defeating Talos and stopping the robots. Ace told me that finding the laser will probably be dangerous.
What do you need to find your upgrade, Robot Warden?
I read the manual and saw I would need to collect unobtainium ore, the ultimate battery, and a karma nuke core. My robotic friend told me he actually knew where I could find the unobtainium ore. It was locked in an underground structure a few days away from where we were. Perfect. I thanked him and headed out. On days 21 to 23, I traveled deep underground into the cave system that Ace told me about. Eventually, I came to a large structure in the cave. I made my way inside and started to look around. I found a strange looking black ore I had never seen before. This must be the unobtainium ore. Before I could mine any of it, I heard noise and a giant scary creature started to attack me. Ah, there's a few of them. I was able to stun them with my cannon. This should give me enough time to run.
You creatures will obey my commands.
On days 24 to 26, I was running back to base. I saw a village was under attack by robotic wolves. I went in the village and used my scanners to figure out what was going on. The wolves are being controlled by Talos, of course. I quickly sprang into action and used my hunter cannon to blow the wolves away from the villagers. The wolves tried to attack and bite me, but it had little effect on my robotic armor. I shot another round of my hunter cannon at the wolves and was able to scare them away. Man, I wondered how Talos controlled those wolves. I need to figure that out, and fast. I checked on the villagers to see if they were okay.
Scary robotic warden, why are you helping us?
Listen, I don't work with Talos, okay? He is a monster and must be stopped. The villagers seemed to not quite believe me, but told me I could prove it wrong by finding the missing villagers. I used my scanner to find any tracks left and found a trail leading out of the village. All right, fine. I'll go rescue the captives. On days 27 to 29, I continued to follow the tracks to what appeared to be an outpost in the nearby forest. I could see villagers were in cages.
Kill! Robot warden! Kill! Kill!
Wolves began pouring out of the outpost from all directions and started to attack me. I told them to disobey the orders, but it was no use. As much as I wanted to help them, I couldn't risk being taken out now. I fought off against the wolves. Their numbers gave me some serious issues, but I was able to overcome all of them and take them out. I freed the villagers and then began to search the outpost for anything useful. In one of the chests, I found a laser sword. Whoa, this will definitely give me a boost in my attack. The villagers thanked me for freeing them and told me that their home was destroyed. I offered them a place to stay at my base, and the villagers agreed, seeing I had their best interest in mind. I returned to the lab with the freed villagers. Together, Ace and I built a few houses for our new friends to live inside of. I knew the villagers were going to need some more food, so I built them a farm. They seemed really happy that I was around, and I was glad that they viewed me as a friend. Hopefully, when this is all over, robots and humans can live in peace together.
Were you able to acquire the unobtainium?
The Guardians were too powerful, but I found this. I showed Ace my laser sword, and he was amazed by my new upgrade.
Oh, wow. I've never seen this type of sword before. This is sick.
Me neither. I think with this, though, I might be able to defeat the Temple Guardians. I set off to retrieve the unobtainium. On days 33 to 35, I traveled back to the underground structure and was ready to take on the Guardians. I called out for them, and in a mass, they began to rush at me. I used my new laser sword and quickly cut through one of them. Wow, this sword is super powerful. There were a lot of them, though, and I had to use everything I had. I blasted the final one with my cannon, taking it down. As I defeated them, I'd gain another 10 hearts. Hey, look at that. I have 30 now. I spotted the ore and used my drill tool to mine as much of it as I could. After I was finished, I searched the temple for any other items that could be inside of it. Hey, look at that. I found some iron and 3 diamonds. I wasn't sure what to craft, though, with the diamonds, so I held on to them for now. With the iron, I was able to create a full set of armor. Look at that. I'm proud of how much I've done in the last few days. I was feeling stronger than ever. On days 36 to 38, I left the temple, and standing before me was Killian. What are you doing?
I came to destroy this temple, but it looks like you beat me to it.
He asked me if I've encountered any new creatures recently. I knew that he was talking about those brainwashed wolves. Talos is trying to brainwash everyone, and you're just okay with that?
Yes, what better way to control the world than control the people?
You and Talos won't have your way. I charged at Killian and sliced him with my laser sword. He reeled back from the damage, and I knew that my recent upgrades gave me a fighting chance. Killian then hit me, and it took some of my hearts away. I shot Killian with my hunter cannon. This was my chance, but he pulled out a device, and it weakened me. Ugh, my systems were failing. Is this some kind of EMP?
That's right. Enjoy your rest, Robot Warden.
Oh no, I'm shutting down. On days 39 to 41, I woke up in a strange place. Where am I? I was in some kind of prison cell, and I noticed that all of my items were gone from my inventory. Is anyone here?
Foolish Robot Warden, do you really think you could stop me? me.
The robotic hand was right in front of me. Talos, it isn't too late to stop. Please, just stop. Talos told me he would never stop. He then said that he was originally created by another scientist to help humanity, and that scientist was Rick.
Soon, I realized that the people of this world would not manage themselves.
He explained that he had watched so much destruction caused from the war between players. So much time wasted, so many valuables stripped from caves, taking away everything from this world they were in. He had enough.
It is up to us to protect this world. Join me. You do not need to die for them.
And what? Just kill every single person in the world? You're insane. Talos told me that I will stay here until I am dismantled. He then walked away, leaving me in the cell alone. My systems turned on, and Ace was standing outside of my cell. Ace, what are you doing here? He told me that since I didn't return home, he had a bad feeling that I'd been caught. Oh, thank goodness. It's great to see you. Can you get me out of here?
Of course, Robot Warden. Just take a step back from me, will ya?
Thank you so much.
Look at that. Now you're free to go. Let's get out of here together, friend.
Not without my equipment first, Ace. We snuck around the lair and found all my weapons and armor inside of it. Nice. I also found a rocket launcher upgrade for my cannon. This is gonna make my cannon that much stronger. We continued looking around and found an area that contained the Karmat nuke core. There it is, Ace. If we get that, Talos is finished.
Is that right?
We turned around and saw Talos towering over us. I think it's time to run.
Yeah, it is.
Talos chases down, shooting his laser at us. We were able to dodge them, and I used my new rocket launcher to blast open an exit. As we got close to the exit, Talos got me with a laser. Go on without me, Ace. I'll hold him off.
Are you crazy? You're the Robot Warden.
He didn't listen to me and forced my systems to leave the lair prison without him. Ace, what are you doing?
I'm making sure that you save the world, Bozo. Please, do it for me, friend.
All I could do was helplessly watch and run away as Talos destroyed my friend. No! On days 45 to 47, I made it back to base. Man, he's gone. Ace is really gone. He sacrificed himself so I could escape, and he was the only one that believed in me. How am I going to be able to continue on without him? I looked around at all the villagers at my base. I can't give up on them now. I just can't. I decided to start working on it. I expanded it to give myself more room and was really starting to feel a little better. I had to remain strong for Ace. If he believed in me, I couldn't let my best friend die in vain. I knew where that nuke core was, but I needed to find the ultimate battery. I read about its location and then headed off toward it.
Kilian, I have an important task for you. Anything you wish. Find the device to amplify the signal.
I traveled through a thick forest on my search for the ultimate battery. I realized I was approaching the center. As I walked through the forest, my scanners indicated that it was full of mind-controlled creatures. I wanted to save them, so it felt wrong to fight these creatures now. I decided it was best to avoid them and continue toward the battery. I journeyed deeper into the forest and then came across an abandoned factory. The factory must have been very old because it was covered in vines. I went into the factory and scanned the area in search of the battery. My readings didn't indicate any tracings though. This has to mean one thing. This wasn't a factory where the ultimate battery was. This is the factory where it was created. I walked throughout it and eventually found instructions on how they created the battery. I was gonna need to collect a lot of redstone. I left the forest and headed toward a nearby cave. Inside the cave, I was able to find a bunch of redstone. I collected it and then spotted some diamonds inside as well. I used the diamonds to craft myself a chest plate and then headed back toward the factory. On days 51 to 53, I arrived back at the factory and read the instructions for the battery one last time. I applied the redstone to power the machine. Everything was still overgrown, so I tried to remove the vines. As I broke one, I heard a massive rumbling from behind me, and a large plant sprouted out from the floor.
Another robot here to restart the factory.
The plant prepared to fight, but I stopped it. Wait, I'm trying to put an end to this entire robotic takeover. I explained to the plant why I was here and what I needed from the factory. I just want the battery.
I'm not sure if I can believe you. I have been deceived by many in the past.
I swear, I need the battery so I can put an end to the robotic monster, Talos. I need you to trust me. The plant looked at me and said it can sense I was more alive than all the other robots.
Do not fail us, Robot Warden.
The plant retreated back into the ground and removed its vines from the machine. I turned the machine on and the ultimate battery was created. I'm one step closer to obtaining the Warden laser and putting an end to all of this. I returned to base and quickly went to my home. I used some of my spare wood to craft a chest and stash the unobtainium as well as the ultimate battery. I couldn't let something like this fall into the wrong hands. As I walked out of my house, more villagers entered. I asked them how they found this place, and they told me that word spread that apparently this place was safe from evil robots. Well, you heard it right. You guys can stay here as long as you guys like. The villagers all seemed very eager to share their homes with the new residents. As I watched the villager walk away, I realized I couldn't let anything happen to these people, and they're all I have left. With Rick and Ace gone, I owed it to them more than anyone else in this world to defeat Talos and his army. I headed to rest for the night.
You live to serve me now.
Yeah, what is your bidding?
There's a warden that must be destroyed.
On days 57 and 59, I was woken up to the sounds of chaos at my base. What was going on out there? Ace? What are you doing?
Destroy Flozo!
I begged for him to talk with me, but it was obvious that he was not willing to listen. What has Talos done to my friend? He was destroying my base and was about to attack the villagers when I started to fight back. I hit him with my new rocket upgrade and then began a fight against him with the laser blade. I was quickly starting to overpower him. I don't want to do this. Please, listen to me.
Destroy Flozo! Save the world, Flozo. Please, do it for me, friend.
I can't defeat him. I have to save him. In my hesitation, Ace had run off and escaped. I'll fix you, buddy. Just you wait.
Ah, there it is. Talos will be very pleased with me.
I began to repair all the damages that Ace had caused. I never imagined my friend could do something like that. It took a while, but I eventually was able to repair my own house and all of the villagers' houses. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to save Ace, but I had to focus on the laser for right now. I turned to the villagers and tried to see if any of them had information on a way I could slow the robots down. One of the villagers shared the location of a factory he believed might be where some of the robot minions were being created. Since this was my only lead, I headed off that way. I arrived at the factory and was attacked by robotic mech suits. They packed a punch, but I was able to take most of them down. I found something strange. It looked like a schematic for Ace. There were coordinates on it as well. Oh man. I went off and exploded the factory before heading off toward the coordinates on the schematic. On days 63 to 65, I went through the world trying to find the coordinates on the schematic. As I reached the coordinates, I spotted a strange old laboratory. What is this place? Something felt strange.
Hello, Fozo. I'm glad you were able to find this.
There was another transmission from Rick. What is this place? Why did Ace's schematic have this location on it? He told me he created Ace as one of his first prototypes. Like Talos, he was created for good.
Talos has obviously changed who Ace is, but he is not lost.
But how can I save him? What can I do? Rick said that unlike Talos, he was going to be able to be reprogrammed much easier.
There is a debug tool that will be able to fix him. You must craft it.
Rick gave me the recipe to make the tool and then said he would speak to me one last time before fading away. I have to go and get these materials quickly. As I made my way to the cave, I noticed that the world was more robotic. Some more of Talos's robot animals were lurking around. I did my best to avoid them and continued to travel. Talos was getting closer to taking over. I went inside the cave and hoped it had enough of the materials I needed to create the debug tool. Using my drill, I collected a large amount of redstone and then began to look for the strange platinum ore. I was able to find some, along with diamonds deeper in the cave. Using the diamonds I collected, I crafted myself a diamond armor set. Nice. I should be much more protected now. Now I can finally go and save Ace. Suddenly, I picked up a distress signal not far from me. I wanted to go save my friend, but I knew he would never forgive me if I ignored a cry for help. I went off and made my way towards the distress signal. Don't worry, Ace. I'll save you soon. On days 69 to 71, I continued to follow the distress signal. I had everything I needed for the debug tool, but I needed to find out what was going on. I entered a strange area and began to look around. What was going on with this place?
So, you have fallen into my trap!
It was Killian, and he emerged with a group of robotic wolves. They rushed at me, but stood no chance of all my new upgrades. You will never win while I'm still standing. The robotic knight rushed at me and slammed the ground with his hammer. I was ready though, and able to avoid the attack. With my rocket launcher, I was able to hurt him a lot. I could tell Killian was growing angry, and he was able to land a few hits on me. But with my diamond armor, it wasn't very effective. I had to take him out. Now, this is my chance. I rushed at him with my laser sword and began to hit him rapidly. She was defeated and exploded in a large ball of electricity. Now, all that was left was to free Ace and take Talos out.
Rise, my robotic army! Rise and take over the world!
On days 72 to 74, while I was traveling back to base, a strange radio wave passed my body. I didn't know what that was, but I had a hunch that Talos had something to do with it. After my systems readjusted, I realized that a nearby area was under attack from more robots. I went over and saw a city completely overrun. All the villagers had a strange helmet on too. This must have been the aftermath of that radio wave. The city was completely under Talos's control. I scanned the area and found people surrounded by robotic spiders and used my rocket launcher to destroy them. But more of them were emerging. I asked the citizens to come with me, but one stopped and said,
We'll serve Talos.
These people were being controlled too. I couldn't fight them, so I had no choice but to leave. Is this the kind of world that you want, Talos? A world that only serves you? If I didn't stop him, I knew that this would be the outcome. I made it back to base and quickly went inside my lab to create the debug tool. The debug tool was finally made, and I used my scanners to track down Ace. Once I freed him, I planned to free everyone under his control. On days 75 to 77, I began to search for Ace. I was able to track him thanks to the debug tool. I noticed Ace was destroying buildings and attacking villagers. Ace! Stop! This isn't you!
Destroy humanity!
He started a fight with me. Please, stop! Try to control yourself. I prepared the debug tool, but he kept attacking. Fight against it. You're better than this. I could see Ace stop for a second, and his eyes changed from red back to the normal color.
Pozo, what is happening?
It was my chance. I used the debug tool on him, and he powered down for a second before returning to his normal self.
I attacked those people. I'm a monster, Pozo. I'm a monster.
No, you're not okay. That was Talos. He was controlling you. That wasn't really you. We need to focus our anger and attention on him and use this to stop him. Ace told me to follow him. We were gonna need to get that nuke core from Talos's base, and then I would be able to defeat him once and for all. Right behind you, buddy. On days 78 to 80, we landed on the outskirts of Talos's lair. There were robot guards blocking our way inside. We knew that the best thing to do was to sneak inside. Ace had a plan and used a distress signal to lure the guards away from the entrance. Nice. We quietly made our way inside the lair, and I followed Ace to the nuke core. As we headed for the core, we passed a larger tower, and I stopped to scan it. My scanners indicated that the tower was a beacon for Talos's mind control. We needed to find that nuke core, and fast. We made it to a room and found the nuke core. I quickly grabbed it, and we prepared to leave.
Oh, good. Now we can finally leave this stupid little dump.
What are you doing here? Whatever you think you're making will have no effect on my mind control.
Ah, jeez, I spoke too soon again, didn't I?
Talos was behind us, so I had no choice but to fight our way out. I used my laser sword to try and slice him, but it had no effect. Talos tried to blast Ace, but I shielded him using my body. Not again! I won't let you take him! I fired my rocket launchers at Talos, but it was only moderately effective on him. I can't beat him without my sonic boom, so Ace and I quickly ran out of the lair and flew off. On days 81 to 85, we arrived back at base with everything we needed to construct my sonic boom. We're almost done, Ace. The world is gonna make it, thanks to us.
No, you silly robot. Thanks to you.
He told me that everyone here believed in me.
You know, Rick would be proud of you.
The villagers came out and told me that they were so thankful that I showed compassion to protect them. They worried that Talos is gonna win before I showed up. Well, I have one last thing I have to do. I went inside the lab and tried to construct the sonic boom. but something was wrong. Am I missing something? Oh no.
Activate the tower.
Suddenly, there was a flash of light that covered the entire world. My systems automatically readjusted, and everyone in the village was completely under Talos's mind control.
All hail Talos.
Ace, we need to get out of here right now. Ace tried to attack me, and I quickly dodged him. Ace, not you too.
All hail Talos again.
I had no choice but to run off and leave them. I had to find somewhere safe. I went over a small village to see if Talos reached this place, and my fears were right. Talos had now the entire world under his control. I tried to think if there's anywhere I could be safe, and I realized there might be one last spot. On days 91 and 94, I returned back to where I'd been created. As I entered the destroyed laboratory, Rick popped up again.
Hello, Pozo. I'm happy you've made it this far.
I failed, Rick. Talos has now taken over everything, and the sonic boom didn't even work.
You have not failed. You are merely missing something I had to hide.
Rick pointed toward a wall, and I broke it, revealing a chest. Inside the chest was an overclocker? What is this for? He told me that this was the final piece for the sonic boom. He had to hide it and leave it out of the instructions in case Talos found the manual before us.
Now you have everything you need. This will be the last time we speak.
Rick, wait! I can't do this without you!
You are the Robot Warden, the bridge between humanity and the robots. Be the savior this world needs, Fozo.
He faded away. Be the savior. I crafted the sonic boom and tested it out. It was a vibrant red color too. Now, all that is left is to defeat Talos and save everyone. I landed in front of the entrance to Talos's lair, and the guards are there waiting for me. I used my rocket launcher to blow one of the guards away. The other guards tried to shoot me, but I dodged his attacks and finished him off with my laser sword. I made my way to the tower, and Talos was waiting for me with Ace.
If you want to get to me, you have to fight your friend first.
Fight this, Ace! I know you don't want to do this!
All who oppose Talos must be destroyed!
Ace rushed me, but I dodged his attack. I don't want to fight you! He continued his onslaught and blasted me onto the ground.
What are you going to do, Fozo? Will you fight your friend to save the world?
Ah, I was so angry! All I want is my friend back! He continued to attack, and I realized there's no use. I charged my sonic boom. Stop now! He didn't listen, and I was about to hit him. At the last second, I had an idea and redirected the laser at the tower. The sonic boom connected with it and destroyed the signal.
No!
Ace stopped trying to attack, and I knew that he and everyone else were no longer under Talos's control. Talos rushed at me, and I was prepared, but he flew past me and quickly left the area. I went off after him. I won't let you go that easily. On day 100, I followed Talos to a mountain and used my rocket launcher to knock him down to the ground. He crashed and landed at the top of a mountain. There's still a chance for you to right your wrongs, Talos. Give up now and live to help humanity, not destroy it.
I will never give up. As long as I live, I will make sure that robots will rule this world.
Then I guess we have no choice but to finish this once and for all. Talos fired his eye laser at me, and I quickly dodged his attack. I used my laser sword to try and stab him, but he turned into a fist and punched me away.
You pesky Robot Warden, you will die here!
Talos charged up for another punch, but I waited until the last second to dodge. I knew that he would need time to charge, so I took advantage of the opportunity to use my sonic boom right on him, and he exploded right in front of me. Talos was finally defeated. Hopefully with him gone, humans and robots can now live in peace.